Hi friends, welcome in. We're going to be talking about reselling. My bestie Carlee and I, we love talking about reselling. Hi Amanda, thanks for being here. Hey Terry, I'm running a little late because I had to grab my coffee. Hi Ashley, thanks for being here. Hey Laura. Oh, I've been running around. I slept in too long. That's what happened. Do you ever wake up knowing you only have a few minutes to get ready, but then you stay in bed? Yeah, that was me today. Thanks, Ashley. Oh, they've changed the fan club where it's like a singing microphone heart, it looks like. Hi, Charity. Charity, I just mailed your package yesterday. And I think I put in your email, so you should have the tracking directly to your inbox, I hope. Yep. Thanks for the daily heart me. Hi, Carlee. Hi, Debbie. Thanks, Terry. I guess I've decided it's the singing heart. Does anybody know the date today? I realized when I was downloading videos to YT that I have no idea what date any of my videos are that I downloaded. So I think at the beginning of the video, we should say what day it is. I know we're in July. Oh, Carlee, let me see if I can invite you. I'm inviting you, Carlee. Hi.
I was like, I can't figure this out.
Maybe it's on my end. I don't know. Hi. Oh, look at that mug. Don't be a twat waffle. Carlee bought that for me. Thank you, Carlee. and didn't your grandma used to say, don't be a twat? Or what would she say?
She would like just say that person's a twat. She would just like always use the word twat. I knew it was a bad word, but it wasn't obviously until I was much older.
Yeah.
I understood my grandma was a little spicy.
Right. I think sass helps you live longer.
Yeah, I think so.
Hi, Valerie.
She's a feisty lady.
Well, happy birthday to your grandma.
Yes.
So how old would she have been this year?
She would have been 98. She was exactly 80 years older than my daughter. So it was always easy because, she would she would be saying she's in her 99th year. The moment that woman would change age, she would just like, I'm in my 99th year. And I'm like, how old are you really? Because like, she's like, I've already completed my first year of life. By the time I turned one, I'm like, how old are you for real? So it helped when my daughter was born because 2008,
right?
To 1928. That made a helped.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, that does help. Hi, Gem Picker. Hi, Carrie. Is it? Gosh, I don't know what country. I don't want to say it because I might be wrong. There's a certain country that when you're born, aren't you already like 10 months old, and they celebrate your first year of birth 2 months later?
Oh, I don't know.
If anybody wants to fact check me, let me know.
I mean, sounds legit.
I have a lot of things that I think are true that I have been finding out my whole life that aren't true. So that could be one of the things maybe somebody just told me and I totally believe them. Yeah. Oh, thanks for sharing. Yep.
Cherry tea. I'm trying fruit teas out. They're delicious. This is good. Cherry tea.
I like it. Well, this is going to be my first cup of coffee. I normally am up a couple hours before the live, but I woke up, I don't know, 40-ish minutes ago.
It's all good. Yes, all of a sudden I got like a flurry of messages like, I'm sorry, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Hi, Court72. Thanks. Oh, so if you guys could share out the live, that would help boost us with like the For You page too. Thank you.
Yeah,
thanks,
Ashley.
Ashley.
Go do all the things because I didn't do anything yet.
All right.
I was like, I can't get on stage. I don't know what I'm doing.
Hi, Luna. Luna, did you change your picture? It looks good. my picture, so I made obviously my TikTok channel a long time ago, and my picture is literally just me like being so happy on the beach in Ireland. But it definitely, if you just saw my picture, it doesn't say like reselling or anything like that. Thanks, Luna.
So I've been having like conversations with like my friend chat about like everything from like branding, all that kind of stuff, right? So I was like, okay, how's my TikTok looking? And it, gave me feedback and stuff. And they're like, your picture is like too small. You can't see your logo. Just make your picture bigger. So that's what I did. I just expanded my thing.
Yeah.
So that's it. But I like yours, Luna. The white
Luna, yours looks great. Thanks for the populars, Luna. Thanks for sharing out, Ashley. Thank you.
And I also changed my name, probably not very noticeably, but it used to be Carlee at the Thrifty Triple. Now it's Carlee with the big long line. The Thrifty Triple.
Right. I like it's so funny. It's like you don't realize like your image and your social media, like that becomes your brand. And sometimes I've seen different people with like different names on each of their platforms. I'm like, I can't find you. I don't know what your name is, like over on Posh or on Instagram. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you have too long of a name, you can't, Posh only allows only so many characters. So I'm just like Thrifty triple over there, I think.
Yeah, no, that works. But isn't your image there also like your logo?
It should be. Yeah, my logo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like reassuring if you're going to buy something from someone, you're like, okay, yeah, that's the right Carlee,
That's the right name.
I do like how Ashley, instead of like the line, she's using like the sparkles.
I do too. That's very cute.
Yeah. Ashley, I think having the face is good because I think it's more personable, more approachable. So I do like that it's your face for your for your logo. Or whatever.
Yeah, I'm representing my brand, but my brand is not like really here on TikTok, I would say. Like it's me that you're getting from TikTok, right?
Absolutely.
Like I'm not here shoving down your throat my eBay store. So
no, it's true. It's like the Thrifty triple, and then I like how you said powered by Carlee. I'm like, yeah, it's powered by you. You're the power. You're giving all the energy.
I know, right?
Make this go. Yeah. Hi Mac. Thanks for being here. Thanks everyone for being here. We're going to be talking about reselling.
I don't know if you caught my video that I did this morning.
I didn't. Like,
okay, it's all good.
I am like so late to the game. I'm barely here.
It's all good. So I'll give you just a quick rundown. So
good. I'll drink my coffee while you tell me. Yeah.
With Laura and Terry. Devil Doll Baker was in there, and hopefully he'll be here too today. And I know a few other people might be joining us to talk about it. So he was asking about inventory and SKUs. And I know clothing resellers, you have to have a better SKU system than a hard goods seller.
Yes.
So I kind of did a video like, we're all different, how we SKU things. I actually just SKU a box. I don't SKU each individual item, but each individual item is assigned to a box. So I couldn't really do that through text yesterday with Laura and Terry.
And Terry's live. Yeah. I knew what you meant because I have hard goods too. Like you're not going to bag every hard good. Yeah, no, because it's not clothing.
Do smalls and stuff. Like if you're doing like little mini stuff, like Terry's doing, yes, you want to have numbers because if you're looking in a box of like 500, you're not going to remember which one you're looking at. But I keep it to just like 10 items per box and then SKU just the box. So it makes it a little bit easier. So we'll talk about that too.
Okay, sounds good. So like, let's say you sell like this, like a little angel figurine, like in your some sort, like, is it in the listing, like on your personal notes? Will it say like box D3? Or where do you like actually know?
So I put it in the custom label or SKU that's on the bay. I do everything through .com, so on my computer. And it is part of the item specifics, but you can also select it so it's always at the top, like right underneath the title is my custom SKU. So I put in that section, I put where it's located, how much I spent for the item, where I bought the item, so if I have to go back on a receipt, and then when I purchased it. So when somebody sends me an offer, it's like, okay, I can quickly look up the item and see exactly how much I spent on it, where, like all the details about it really quick. I have a spreadsheet that does the same thing, but it's just a little bit. So when you're shipping, it's also helpful because it tells you right there, the custom SKU, where your item is located. So I don't have to pull up like a spreadsheet to find all my items.
That's smart. I've not thought about putting all that information in my actual listing. You create all your listings on eBay, right? So you start there. So they do, like on Nifty, they do have a place where you could have your own personal notes. I guess for me, I would put it in the notes section there. Since I make my listing in Nifty, I don't bring them over anymore.
And if you put it in custom SKU on the bay, and I'm sure on Nifty, I haven't tried that one yet, but it won't show to the customer. So the customer has no insight of all that information.
Yes, yes. Mac has a question. I want to make sure we're answering.
Yeah.
And hi, Mary. Thanks for being here. Hi, Peacock Treasured. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And if you're new here, drop a green heart so we know you're new. Hi, is it Pacoma? Hi, Pacoma. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Okay, so Mac, you had a question about shipping. I'm just going back through the messages. So you received a message saying you needed to change everything to standard size shipping. How do I do this? Was this like a message from who? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'm curious on that. And maybe you don't have any shipping policies. So Bay is just like, hey, you can create shipping policies So you don't have to go and, create all these different things.
Yeah. So Mac, let us know who told you, or if it's just something you want to do, that's fine. I have a video. I'm just writing down your name. I have a video that shows how to set up a shipping policy on the Bay. And the way I learn is I like things to go really slow when I'm learning a new concept. And so my videos are the same way. Like I know some people, I've received messages where people are like, this is too long. I'm like, yeah, because it's not for you. It's for the people who want to watch my video one time and follow along. Not like, have you seen those videos where they're like 7 seconds? And you're like, I have to watch this 20 times. And then I'm thinking, oh, maybe they're doing that because they get big, I don't know, higher views.
And you show like actual graphics so you know you're in the right spot.
Yes.
Like you always explain things really well.
I try.
You do great.
I mean, I know they're not the most exciting videos, but I feel like they are like really good and sometimes I go back to my own video because I'm like, how do I do that again? Because it's like I teach it the way I want somebody to teach it to me. Right. So Mac, I'm happy to tag you in how to set up a shipping policy.
And that's probably why they message you. You're probably not forced to create a shipping policy. It's just that they're saying, hey, you have this option. It does make shipping a lot easier. I actually just cleaned up all my policies this past weekend because they sprout. They create, like once you have like 5, there's 20 next thing you know.
Yes, I have so many, especially if you've been doing this for a long time. I have some that I accidentally put on like a batch, like a whole like 2 weeks. I don't know why I did this. It wasn't calculated. I think it was like the $9.99, but I must have had an old shipping policy. So I just would put a $9.99 and say enter. I went back. I'm like, oh my gosh, the shipping handling was five business days on that. So it looks like for several items, it's going to take 5 business days. So then when I sold something, I'm like, why does it say I don't have to ship it for like till next week? And then I realized, oh no, I chose the wrong shipping policy. So like Carlee says, you need to go in and clean up your shipping policy so you don't accidentally choose like the wrong ones. Absolutely.
Yeah, there was so many ones that are no longer around because USPS used to have like not Ground Advantage. It was before. It was like a version of Ground, and I still had that shipping policy in there. And that's like before Ground and Priority kind of just those are your 2 options, and media. Right. I don't even have a media mail. I should create a media mail one.
I know. I go in and I manually do it. I should too. I still have first class in there. Do you remember first class?
The one. Yeah. Well, that's first class, and then there was some kind of version of Ground that they had, like USPS Ground. It wasn't Ground Advantage, and it was before. Like it was like a cheaper version because Priority would be too expensive at times, but it was over £1. So I found all these old policies.
So Mac, I don't know if that helps you. It is if you're on the Bay, it is under your policies, business policies, right? To go make a shipping, create your shipping. So
if you go to like on thebay.com, you go in the upper corner where it says Hi Lainey. Yep. When you click on that, then you'll see like account settings, and then you'll see like your shipping policies in there. Yeah.
So hopefully that helps. If like, I'm going to basically tag you in the video, Mac, after this. So
I think that's probably the best way, is just to create a policy, and it gets you off their back. And it's actually kind of fun to create policies because I feel like at the end, and then when you're making a listing, you're like, oh, look, I don't have to like choose all those different fields. I could just click this one, and you could decide whether you take returns or not. Like it's not just the cost of the shipping. It's like you have to choose other details too, like payment. I mean, it all like goes to now just eBay payments, right? But I guess there was more options. There's auction payments, that kind of stuff.
Like I think you could also choose if they could pay later, which...
Oh, you're right.
And with that one, I used to not do that. But then I had so many people that would buy things, but then they wouldn't buy them together. And then they'd be like, can you combine shipping? I'm like, okay, I'm just going to set up a policy where people could buy, they don't have to pay right away. So then if I find out like they wanted to buy 2 things, but it wasn't in one listing and they didn't buy it together, then I can make like a new listing and say, just buy this. Don't buy the other stuff.
Hi friends coming in, Miss Reisner, Peacock Treasured. Hi Devil Dog. I was just talking about you and about, because we were talking yesterday a little bit on the live with Laura and Terry about custom SKUs and how we SKU hard goods, that kind of stuff. So
hi David. Devil Dog had a question.
When you're, go ahead.
Oh, I think Devil Dog, you're using the printer, like a thermal printer. I think it's 4x6 labels, isn't it? The sticky labels?
Yes, it's 4x6 labels, but I think he's talking about using it for skewing, for
making
labels for SKUs. So we can get into that a little bit. So
okay, welcome in everyone. We are now going to get into like, is this like skewing things or inventory or both? I guess
like
it's both. Thanks,
because
Anna.
it's real.
Whoa.
I was taking it off of my thing.
That's okay.
So yesterday during the live, I know like clothing resellers, they do something completely different. For my hard goods, I don't custom SKU individual items. The only ones I do that with are small items that, you know, there's multiple in a box and I don't feel like digging around looking for something specific. Otherwise, I just custom SKU the box items are going in and I limit them to 10 per item. So I deal in hard goods. And that's how I catalog everything for my inventory. And I use custom SKU because I make all my listings through Bay. I use the custom SKU to put that number in there. So I actually don't use labels. I use a Sharpie. I know.
Okay. You're allowed to use Sharpies.
It's antiquated.
No.
I just like, sorry, because I can't figure out how to flip it. So that's like one of my SKUs, right? And then
A28, A28?
A28.
Okay.
And then everything in here then is assigned to that number. And I limit it to only 10 items per box. So that's how that all looks. So when I go into custom SKU, that's the first thing that you see in the custom SKU is the location. I haven't lost anything that has been correctly custom SKU'd. I've only lost items if they just went into a different box or I moved them by accident to another one. So that's how I do with that. And then all of my SKUs obviously are going to be on shelves in my inventoried area in order.
Wait, so, did you check for any
no, I did not. There hasn't been any more sounds and the camera hasn't been picking up anything.
Okay, all right. Well, they left. It's good.
So I just go in order.
Look at this organization. Pan back. We need to see the beauty of this. This is amazing. I wish I had this.
I redid so far, and I still have all of this to go. And these bins, and those bins, all of those have been now. So all the
amazing
bins are ready. My cross stitch bin is ready. That was a pain. And then I have some open storage for like candles and stuff. So that's how I do my inventory. And I know that's, and okay, so I also have small items. Now these are the items that I do and I repurpose the Ziploc bags. So those are going to be individually skewed for what they are. So like 201, 202, and then I'm working on 3 now. It goes through 1 through 10 in each one. So I think, I mean, if you're hard goods, I feel like that's a good safe bet. I know everybody does everything different. And I do have, like I just started doing ornaments differently because when you're dealing with ornaments, it's kind of fragile. Before I had kind of open storage, I purchased these boxes off Amazon. And they are, hold on, because I just listed an ornament yesterday. I'm like, please don't break.
Yeah.
So I have ornament boxes.
Oh, it's nice. Yes. Smart. Individual cubbies. Okay.
So that I'm not going to custom SKU. I'm just going to have to go through like
you'll know your ornaments
and know which one I'm going to pull.
I think that works. So Annette says that she catalogs her inventory, but still tries to store similar items together, like hats in one section, makeup. It's one more safeguard against losing stuff. I think that's smart. Like whatever works for you, like is what you should do. Like I don't. Thanks, Amy. I don't use that SKU system like Carlee does. I like the idea of having just like the box and be like, oh, it's an A28. I also categorize by like the type. Like I'll put all the dolls in one area. I'll put all of the earrings in one spot. I'll put Christmas, Thanksgiving. Like I kind of divide everything out. But I think what I need to do is go one step further like Carlee's doing. And then actually in my notes to myself, like I love the idea of doing it like with the actual item. Is I need to say, oh, I put this like in like dresser drawer number 3 or wherever I'm keeping my stuff. I think that would help me from like losing some stuff or being frantic, right? Because I'm probably frantic about 5 times a year. There's 5 items a year that I'm like, oh my gosh, it'll take me 2 days.
Good though, because I feel like I have that moment too, like 5 times a year. It still happens,
right?
Switch between things, or I move it because somebody has a question. I bring it before my storage was offsite. So I'd bring it home to answer the question, take more photos, and forget to put it back into the right SKU.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Or you think, oh, I'll just set this down and then I'll put it away later. And then sometimes later never comes. And you're like, where did I put that? And then I'll be dreaming
of a big mess that I did, right? When I was moving. Starting in March, I really did not put things in inventory anymore. Like
you were moving.
Storage. So I just had like IKEA bags full of inventory, and now I'm like going through all this stuff and putting them, re-SKUing them.
So are you going into the actual listing itself and writing your notes now? Like saying this is an A28?
So I'm going box by box. So the boxes that you saw, I went through each box.
Okay. They're already in a box.
Decided if I wanted to keep the item because some items were so old and so crappity that I'm like, I'm not keeping this anymore. I adjusted some of the photos, adjusted some of the titles, that kind of stuff. So, and I'm getting sales from some of those items that have been updated.
That's great. No, that's really good. Sometimes if you don't want to go out and buy more inventory, you could go back and refresh older items. And you'll be like, I feel like for me, I have gone back and refreshed stuff and I'm always surprised like, oh, it actually sold. Maybe like, I don't know why it didn't sell for like 8 years now or 8 months. And now all of a sudden you like update the first photo or you update the description. Like I'm going through trying to take out the word vintage from the beginning of all my items. I must have like, 900 items that say vintage at the beginning. So it's a daunting task.
It is. It is an extremely daunting task.
And I hate going backwards. Like it's just my own nature. I want to just keep going forward. I just want to keep listing the next thing.
So what I did is I created a chat with my GPT friend and I have it's just refreshing listing titles. And I put in there, this is how I want my listing title to be. I just drop it in there. It gives me a refresh title, a copy and paste it in there. So I'm not having to do anything except copy paste. So
you're so smart.
Peacock Treasure. How many items I didn't realize I never listed? No, they disappeared.
Oh, right.
I did list them, and I've come across probably about 20 items so far that were not listed.
That Santa stocking sold as soon as you got it back up, right? Wasn't there something that you're like, hey, this sold?
I can't remember what it was.
I thought it was
there's been items. Was it a stocking?
I think so.
I don't remember. Well, there was one that I listed, a stocking with Santa fishing that hasn't sold yet, but there was like an item
something
that
else.
I did list that sold right away.
Okay. Devil Dog Laura said she's going to tag you in a video if it'll help, like how she does her inventory. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. All right. We have 36 messages. I just want to make sure we're answering people's questions. Oh no, David, he tried setting up his thermal printer yesterday and just got a ton of errors. Are you like, so I use my phone and do they have a QR code you can scan on the actual printer? Because I know for me, after I scanned the QR code and I did everything on my phone, because that's where I actually do my labels, then I was able to like Bluetooth / AirDrop, one of those, to my label printer and it helps set it up for me. So what is your issue with it? That's frustrating. Once you get it working, you're going to love it. It's like the best.
So my new post office, I like them. They're really nice people, but they don't scan your packages if you just drop them off. So therefore I have to stand in line. And twice now, 2 different people, they come in with handwritten Post-it notes on every package and have them use the QR code to make the label on site. Like 30 to 40 packages.
No,
and then they mess up.
That's my fear, that I'll put the wrong label and you'll end up messing up 2 orders if you get the wrong label and stuff. Yeah.
But then you're personally messing up. Oh, like that's the wrong package. Let me get that one package back. It's like, don't waste people's time like this. Get yourself a $40, thermal printer. Come on, it's not that hard.
Right.
We're going to get into reselling that much.
It's true. And I mean, it's great that they're selling that much. David, the TikTok shop, actually, they do have a lot of thermal printers. And sometimes, do you get those coupons that say you get 20% off? Like you might want to buy a printer off the TikTok shop, or I bought mine on Zon, even though I bought mine on Zon, and I don't like supporting that. I don't like supporting them, but it's like they have the convenience factor, right? And the infrastructure to get stuff delivered like the next day. For a long time, I used to, I would make my label on my phone. This is like the worst system, so don't do this. I would make the label on my phone and then I would email it to my email on my phone, to my email. I would go to my laptop. I would open up the label. I would then take my laptop over to my printer and I would print out the label right? And then I'd have to cut it to size because I wasn't even smart enough to make it a half sheet. I would make them all like on an 8.5 by 11 sheet, but it would only be part of it. Laura, don't listen to this. I wasted paper. I'm sorry. And then I'd have to cut it out, and then I'd have to tape it onto the package.
And you can't tape over the label part, like the scanning part or anything. So it's like.
And during that process, I would mix up labels because it's like, if let's say you sold 5 things in a day, and if you weren't really careful, then I'd be like, okay, John from Illinois, what did he get? And then I would be like, which box is that in? Like, it was the worst system ever. So for Christmas, like 3 years ago, the kids got me a thermal printer. And I had never thought, like, for me, I have a hard time spending money on myself, even if it's for my business. Like, it's just a bad hang up I have. Like, I'll buy something for other people. But for me, I'm like, I don't really deserve it. So my kids bought me the thermal printer, and I have to say it has changed my life in the last 3 years using a thermal printer.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody functions without the thermal printer once you get above a certain number of packages going out in a day, because it's so time consuming. And I've had my Jadens for the past, it will be 5 years in November that I got my Jadens, and it's like a workhorse. So you don't have to spend big money.
No.
I think I spent like $80 on mine.
Right.
And so you don't have to get the Rolo, which everybody loves out there in reselling world. Yeah. And I talked to the lady yesterday. I'm like, I can't believe they have you scanning like 30 packages and creating labels for them. Like there should be like a limit to the number, and then you have to get back in line because you're wasting everybody's time, especially if they're not organized enough.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just going back to the thermal, and I'm agreeing with Laura. You're not using ink, right? And we all know that printers are expensive, but they really get you on the ink prices. So it's literally burning the address onto the sticky label. And then you don't need tape to tape it onto your box or your packaging. Amy's saying that her post office person doesn't want to scan and give her a receipt. Like, I've heard that from other people, and other people have said, oh, they'll only let me scan 7. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. During Q4, I will stand there and I'll just one after the other, put them on the scale, and we have a system. I don't know what you should do if your post person is saying they won't scan them and give you a receipt. Like, that's not right.
Yeah, they're supposed to, if you stand in line, like, there's no guarantee if you drop it off that they're going to scan it for you, which is why I asked. But if you stand in line, you're just like every other customer. In fact, you're probably spending more money than any other customer in that line because you've made the label. It's covered for them to do it. So I tried the pickup thing. I'm going to try it again at this new house, but you have to be really good relationship with your post office person, because if you need your item scanned by a certain time, because I moved back to same day handling.
Yeah. So you're reading Peacock Treasured. So I used to have things picked up because I loved it. Like, I would package my stuff the night before. I would fill out the form online, choose the free slot the next day, leave it on the porch. But I had a couple instances where 1 or 2 of my items were not scanned. And so I have no proof that I shipped it. And then I had to basically lose the money on the item and lose the item. Yeah. And the other thing is, sometimes, and this happened to me too, even when I had a lot of packages and I was doing stuff for business, not just with like reselling, they don't pick up, even though it's scheduled and you have like a scheduled date. So it depends, like you said, it depends on the person that they have in your area that will pick up your packages. I think Carolina Girl Eclectic, she has hers picked up. Like, she only has them picked up. And
I mean, if I had a mail person, like the same mail person all the time, and I had like an understanding with them, like I think it would work out, but I just don't trust. I mean, it's like
it's a trust. It is a trust factor.
It is a trust factor because I mean, the mentality at the post office is it will get scanned along the way, right? Somewhere. Yeah. And it's like, that's not enough for me. I need it scanned upon pickup. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Amy, that's smart. Amy goes to a different post office now. Yeah, I have 3 within like a couple miles in each direction. And if they were refusing to give me a receipt, I would be too nervous to leave them there. Unless it's like 5 o'clock, I might risk it. But then my next trip to the post office would be to a different one where they would scan it and give me a receipt. So
I also butter up people too. Like, I bring them.
Carlee will give gifts, candy,
snacks and gifts and gift cards, and like I'll give them like, what's your favorite coffee, like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I will do that kind of thing. Like, especially around the holidays.
Nice mug, Carlee.
Every time. Yep.
I appreciate you buying that from me.
Yes, it's awesome. Love it.
Charity said something that I was laughing about, but now I can't. Oh, Oh, Charity says it sounds worse than being behind the lottery person at the gas station. Yeah. Or is that like when they're doing the scratchers, but they want to wait there to see if they win so they can buy more scratchers? So, David says, I never have more than 4 or 5 at a time. Listen, David, around October, November, December, that could very easily change, especially as you're adding more and more stuff to your sites. Like I had one day, I literally sold like 24 items in one day. One day.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no, like it was great. Like I would, and I was at that point on TikTok, I was like, I have to show every item and then show proof. Like I sold this for $23. And I'm like, I can't, I'm just gonna, people are gonna have to trust me that I got this amount of money. And I would just I would just type the money on it. But for now I realize, okay, I don't need to share everything that I sell.
Not everything, yeah.
I try to show what I sell because I feel like it's realistic. Like these are items that were left to me from my parents or my brother, or things that we own that I didn't go out and thrift, but they still have some value to it. Or at least I'm trying to pick out the items that I can sell, I try to get at least
to prioritize my video making because right now I'm in puppy trenches. So I'm like, I have to decide because he won't let me do a what's sold for the life of me if he's in here with me. I can barely even get up from this chair without him starting to like wonder where I'm going. So I've been doing some what solds. I've been doing like some one-a-days, and I've been trying to do anything with like, helping with questions and all that kind of stuff. But it gets crazy. But
yeah. So David, that could change. So make friends with your mail person now. Because
and Mary, I actually always, like around the holiday season, I do put out a snack tray with drinks and snacks for all drivers. I even invite drivers who not even delivering to me. I'm like, get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack. Because then they'll take extra care of you.
Yeah.
And get your packages to you, like, instead of somebody else's stoop, because that would happen all the time. We'd accidentally have our packages misdelivered.
Yeah. I'm just seeing Terry's thing about the snack tray. I think it's great. And that could be content too. Put a little, I'm not sure about in your state if you're allowed to record people without them knowing it. Like in California, you have to give people notice. Just have a little notice on a sign like that says, get a snack, to say, you're being recorded. Like there's some phrase that you can use, and then you can use that for some of your TikTok videos. Because I like watching those.
This one last year, he like gave me like a big thank you. Aww. And that's so kind of you, because he was like a driver in training, so he was there with the regular UPS guy too. I was like, that's so sweet.
That is nice.
I am about super into routines on my own time. I like routines, not on his time, but it's getting better.
Yes.
He slept it until 6 this morning.
So. Oh, that's good. You like have a newborn.
It is.
I see the other David is here. Just so you guys know, is David and Tammy, they have a live every Wednesday. And it's I always have to do the math. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern, or 1:30 Eastern, because I know for me it's at 10:30 in the morning. But
I always forget to put the schedule up when we're talking.
So I know, because you know what? I never get it right. But when I see their names, it makes me think about their lives. So that's why I just want to say something. Thanks for being here, David. I'm sorry about your normal postal person and bereavement. That's sad. Yeah.
Yeah, 1:30.
Okay, 1:30 on Wednesdays. Yes. Hi, Carol. Thanks for being here. Hi, Patricia and Luis. Peacock says, does anyone want to partner and do one with me? What was that referring to? Not the maybe snack tray, right? Doing it live?
I don't know. I'm guessing that might be since we were just talking about lives. Well, if you do have somebody that you do team up with, Peacock, let us know when. We'll be happy to add it to our schedule that we post every week, because we're only posting it Sundays, even though I posted it on Monday because I wasn't really on social on Sunday. It just gives a flow down of everybody's live. Yeah, listen, Carlee is doing this just because she's a very kind person. If you can't give Carlee your live schedule, then don't expect it to be on that weekly reminder for people. I actually save it on my phone and then I refer to it because I'm like, wait, who has a live today? So it is helpful to be on the live schedule ahead of time. But we also if you want to just pop up and do lives, and if I'm online, I will jump in and support you too. Yeah, share it out to the different groups where you can share them. Yeah, if you're in the beginner reseller chat, we encourage you to share your lives there. Because then people know. Like I see, you can tell when you're leading a live, and maybe even if you're just in the room, it'll say like Carlee joined through a link or something, or like through a share. So it does work. Thanks for the finger hearts, friends. All right.
If we're missing your
it's good to find somebody that you mesh well with, because we have this conversation with people who want to go and take the plunge into doing lives. Like, find somebody you mesh well with that have, like, you don't have to be like similar sellers, and come up with a topic that, you know, is interesting for everybody. Clothing is very good. I think clothing is a good area to get into. There's a lot of clothing resellers on here. And in our one-a-days and stuff, and beginner reseller, there's a lot of clothing resellers.
Peacock Treasured, are you in the beginner reseller chat or the one-a-day?
She's in one-a-day. I know that.
Okay. So I think Carlee posts it there. If you could send me a DM, I could also share the live schedule that Carlee makes. So it is nice that you want to try to schedule it when other people are not live. Like that's what I try to do when Carlee and I were setting up a live. Although Luna, I think, also brings up a valid point, and this is from like a couple months ago. You just go live when it's convenient for you. Don't feel like you can't go live when other people are going live. It just means there might be a pull on the same type of people in the community, reselling community, and they'll have to choose like which live they're going to go to. You might have them for part of it if they're available. Yeah.
You know, it'd be really great with like a Saturday. I'm just saying, Saturday lives might be popular just because we have nothing on the calendar for Saturday. I'm not trying to say like, hey, Saturday is the day, but if you work full time somewhere else, Saturday is a great day.
Just you're like, I just feel like you're like, or if you send me some green paper, we might be able to fit you in on a Saturday. Carlee's just doing this because she's kind, not because she gets any sort of money or kickback.
Well, I'm just seeing that there's like a area of you know, opportunity. Yeah. And people, you know, especially on the week, you know, like there's a lot of full-time workers that are reselling part-time. Yes. And they have, I feel bad that like our lives don't always match up to people's schedule. That's why we added on Thrifters After Dark. So
that's because a lot of people work and then they do reselling after their day jobs. Loot & Co. They're like, we'll have them playing on multiple screens at once, like the Matrix. I bet you will. They're so techy. And yes, what I love about Loot & Co. Like, so it's Patricia and Luis. In case you don't know, they're a couple, husband wife, and they have like dogs and cats. And I love that they're doing it together as like a whole family unit. I think that's cool.
Mm-hmm. I do like that.
Yes.
My husband's been helpful, but I wouldn't say like this is his wheelhouse. Like, I don't know if he can, maybe when he retires, like he can do this with me, but yeah, he doesn't like shopping. He doesn't like listing. He doesn't want to touch the stuff.
So what's he get? Inventory. He'll do inventory for you.
Inventory can only work so long.
I'm waiting for Patricia and Luis to have their own live. I would support that.
Yeah. I know that they're super busy though. If they're not working full time, they're reselling full time. Yeah. So it's kind of.
And if anybody, it looks like a lot of people are talking about lives. I just want to recommend something. If you decide you want to do a live with somebody, this is what I would do differently. Not that, I mean, I said, Carlee, let's do lives. And she said yes. And we've been, you know, humming along since November 4th. Like, it's been like heaven. Okay. Like for me, I don't know. Hopefully Carlee too. I would say set up a trial period if you're going to go live for the first time with somebody that you've met here through TikTok, or even if you have a friend, you know, in your real life, like a physical in real life near you, like be like, okay, let's do like 3 of them. Let's do 3 of them and then let's reevaluate. And then there'll be no hard feelings if people are like, hey, I don't really want to do this or whatever. Like sometimes when you start doing a live, there's like this pressure, like, oh, now you can only do a live with that person for the rest of your life in perpetuity. I think it's totally fine to be more fluid and maybe try out different live partners. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, you have to find the right match, I think, for it to be successful. Like, it's got to be like, like Lainey and I, we just mesh well together. Yeah. We both have similar backgrounds in reselling. So it just worked out perfectly. Yeah,
absolutely. I agree. So
telling people to avoid Carlee, going live with Carlee.
That's not what I'm saying. This is not a cry for help. Listen, I would not be doing these lives without Carlee.
Blink twice if it's against your will.
No, I love Carlee. Like if Carlee's like, oh, I can't be there that day, I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll just take a night off. Like, peace out. Like I like the first like 30 seconds of the live when Carlee's coming on, like those are like the most stressful moments of the live for me because I'm like here by myself. And it's weird because I'm used to like interacting with people in person or maybe through even Zoom. And it's like, if you're just in a live by yourself and you're just reading messages, it's hard to get like the nuances, right? Or have like the reaction time that like coincides at the same time. So if I recommend going with a partner like Carlee, but don't take Carlee, because I like Carlee. I like Carlee doing
live. I'm not going anywhere. Sorry, I'm not for sale.
Okay. Yeah. If anything, I feel like Carlee would want to ditch me and do her own thing because she's so good at this. So
no, that's not true at all. That's a lie.
I'm just saying, you're great.
So Terry's looking for a co-host. I'm not Terry. Laura's looking for
Terry and Laura are both looking for co-hosts that are not each other. Wait, weren't the four of us thinking about doing a live? Isn't that still on the table?
We were talking about that, right?
Yeah, I think we still could do that.
I forgot the whole deal, like what we were going. It was going to be about like thrifting, like the different kinds of thrifting techniques, because we all do it sort of differently. Like you don't thrift.
I don't.
Terry was more of like the bulk pallet buyer. Laura and I kind of thrift the same, but differently, because she's looking for clothing and I'm looking for home goods. But
absolutely,
yeah, we have to bring that back on the burner.
But it was so. I think we put it off because we're like, oh, let's wait until Carlee moves and stuff. The funny thing is, Terry was trying to get like a logo of the four of us, and then of course I wanted to wear the crown. You know, why not? You didn't say if you wanted to do Tiara Tuesday, so I didn't wear my crown today. You can let me know.
Did I not respond? I have it.
I mean, we could save them for Friday nights. That's special.
Friday nights.
Yeah. And then Terry, I said, I look so white in this, you know how like you get the AI images and stuff or whatever. I don't know what she was using. And then I said, I'm like 50% indigenous. So then it comes back and it's like the most stereotypical indigenous looking woman. Like, I think I had like dream catchers hanging off my ears. I was like, it was bad. I mean, I was like, is your program racist? What's happening?
What is going on?
Just going back to what Loot & Co. said, they said their social bar's drained. We only have energy to tap hearts and support others. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah, I'm not trying to say you have to do lives. I'm just saying if you do a live, I will be there to support you. So yeah, no pressure at all. All right, I've missed like 29 messages. Hi, Rachel.
Now on the topic of like lives, but sort of like live selling, WN, I saw that they're doing some kind of promotion with free fees on the 7th of August.
For what? I missed the first part.
For like no fees on the 7th of August. I think I saw that like when I was like logging into WN today. Okay. But unfortunately, that's when I'm going to, but I'll still do our live because everybody will want to know like how did it go day one. But I will be doing day one of my thrifting adventure in the Shenandoah Mountains.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I can't do a show.
Listen, if you're too tired, we can obviously adjust that.
I'm going to be in the Airbnb. And my sister-in-law will be in the background causing chaos, I'm sure.
That works. Okay, so Peacock says, I heard those are the worst days to go live. Why is that? I'm just curious. Let us know.
If there's like the community interest, you guys can get together and kind of do like your own little raid trains and just let us know kind of thing.
Yeah, raid train is fun.
We'll advertise it.
This is my question about a raid train, and maybe Laura knows or people are on WN. Do you only go live for 7 minutes, or do you just send people away after like the 10 or whatever minutes? And do you go with the raid train, or do you stay in your own room? Like that's what I'm kind of.
I think you leave I would do it longer, right? Like I wouldn't do like a 7-minute raid train unless you have a huge group to do it with, right?
Okay, so how long are people in each room when you do a raid train?
I would like if I don't know anything about raid trains, but I'm like 20 minutes. Like it depends on what you're selling. Like, and then like move on to the next. Like if you only had like a few people, like over an hour.
Okay.
Or hour and a half.
Okay. So Charity says she's seen between 15 minutes and an hour for the raid trains, and Laura says it varies. The one Jen did was 30 minutes. Oh no! Peacock says the drama is now people are charging for raids. That is not cool. I am sorry. That is just not cool. Like, I feel like, can you imagine if like, in the 1 a day challenge or the beginner challenge, or like, well, you actually have to pay money now to be in these chats. I just feel like that's unnecessary. Why can't we just support each other? Because you also will get the support back, I feel like.
I feel like, yeah, it pays for itself. Like
it does. Like the energy you put into people, you will get that energy back. And if you're not, then I just don't put any more energy into that person. Basically, that's since I turned 50. That's my new rule. I'm giving the energy I'm getting, but I first start with giving good energy. Like I try to like jump in first and feel like I'll give, like I try to give good energy, but I'm at the point now where like you only have so many years, you only have so many hours in the day. You cannot keep putting an energy into people who are not reciprocating.
Exactly. I agree. But, you know, with the whole WN thing for free fees, I'm just saying if anybody wants to coordinate anything, you know, just post it and we'll support. You'll have at least, you know, like the support from who can be there from our group. So
absolutely. So I have 4 packages here that I've purchased from people on WN, and they're from the beginner reseller chat. And my first really interaction with them was in the beginner reseller chat. And I bought stuff. And even if I don't like your stuff, I will be like, can I give this to a friend? And I'll buy stuff for a friend. But the one thing I don't buy is children's clothes. I already have my own children's clothes piled up that I need to sell. So like that would just stress me out to bring in more children's clothes into the house.
That ship has sailed. It's gone.
Did you already get rid of all of your daughter's stuff?
I mean, except for like special stuff, which she probably will never want anyway. So
that makes sense. Like I should have gotten rid of it along the way, but I kept putting it aside. But now I think what I'm doing is on the Book of Face is just have like, oh, here's like 40, you know, 2T clothing and, you know, good condition, and just try to sell it like that to get the bulk out. I don't know. I'm still deciding. So
thinking about doing it all day. DVD sale. Good luck with that. You're gonna get tired.
Yeah.
All day sounds exhausting. I did it for like an hour and a half, thinking I could go 2 hours. It is hard.
Yeah.
I do want to get into it again though, because I wish I was home, because I would do like a Lego sale.
That's one thing that Carlee and I don't agree with. I think Legos are amazing, and Carlee does not like Legos. So
yep. Yeah, I do not have any fun with them whatsoever.
Yes. Terry absolutely made the images less racist. And it wasn't Terry. It was like whatever program she was using, just probably pulling on references like, oh, this is what an indigenous person looks like. But I'm like, damn, I'm so tan. Okay, David, what is this? I missed Thrifter Show and Tell. Do you mean like, is that from Thrifters After Dark or something else?
Thrifter Show and Tell with like Dane and Laura and
Carlee yes, absolutely. I did like that. And I also like that you guys.
I don't think there's any like, you know, like thing that says that people can't recreate that.
Yeah, I mean, David, you could do that.
Dane decided to step away from TikTok for now, and Jen is busy out there in the Book of Face land, and I'm sure Terry and Laura would support anybody who wants to pick it back up.
Yeah.
But I won't talk for them. They can respond.
We're going to talk for them. We're going to say you get their stamp of approval. They love you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be fun to see like just a whole bunch of people getting to do that kind of stuff. I thought the format was great. It was a lot of work, I know, for Laura, but she rocked that thing really well, because it's hard to switch. I mean, it's hard to pull people into the chat to begin with, but to move people around constantly is the main one.
Absolutely. Hi, Shelly. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Shop SBH. Hi, Doodle Hill, Desi. These names, I love them. Okay, what did we miss? David you did a 2-hour one on WN. Were you like exhausted at the end? What are you laughing about? Did I miss something?
His response saying that we're like the bosses of Terry and Laura. Negative.
We're not the bosses.
We're not bosses of anything.
I do have to say though, I chat with them more than I chat with my husband at this point.
That's true.
Like my husband used to say, "Who are you texting with?" And now he doesn't even ask. He just knows.
Yeah, I like being a guest on the Thrifter Show and Tell. That was a lot of fun, because it is fun to show off your thrifted treasures.
It is. I felt bad afterwards, because I felt like, oh, all I did was just share stuff that had like sentimental value to me from my family members. So then I thought, maybe I missed the point. I don't know. They were just fun things that I thought that were unique, I guess.
Speaking of thrifted treasures, I am having the hardest time finding out what this little thing is. So I picked it up yesterday at the
Where's Terry?
Oh,
those are cute.
From like My Little Pony, but it might be like a knockoff is my guess. But
and there's no markings on it.
No markings at all.
Do they move? Do they move at all when you pull it, or no?
No, nothing happens. It's just a wheel.
Can you pull it back and then it rolls forward? Like
no. It's just
Okay, if anybody knows what this is, let us know.
Yeah.
Are those seahorses?
They're like little seahorses, which made me
Cute.
think, like, is it My Little Pony? But I'm thinking it might be a knockoff. I can't find it anywhere. So I was going to go to the like action figure group on the Book of Face to see if they can identify it. But
Hey,
like, I was thinking like dollar store, but it's in really nice quality. Like it's not dollar store quality. Like there's screws and everything.
Yeah, but somebody put some time and effort into it. Oh, my husband's online. So he's been on a business trip since like our last Tuesday live. He was on a business trip. He's coming home today. Oh, Terry says it looks like strawberry shortcake. Oh, but it isn't.
But it doesn't.
The OG dollar store.
Like, when I Google image search, it shows like it's Little Mermaid. And it's like, no, it's not. It's not. Because what it's saying it is, it's not. But I'm guessing it's from the 80s because it has that whole like 80s cuteness to it.
It is really cute. That screw does, to me, think it's like, it's like higher quality.
Yeah, it's not like Dollar Tree, you know, kind of stuff, even from back then. But
even Claude couldn't help you? Did you upload the photo?
I haven't looked at Claude yet, but I looked at Google, I looked at chat. Nada.
Yeah, if anybody knows, let us know. I would try Claude. Annette has a question.
Anyone got an empty box on an eBay return? I never had, but considering Yerman bracelet, wouldn't that go? Well, I think it would probably go through authentication if I had to guess.
If it's over $500, it automatically will get authenticated. If it's under $500, the buyer can pay $40 to have it authenticated before it goes to them. But do you mean like if they are like, oh, I don't want this, I want to return it, and then they actually send you nothing back? I would record so. Thank you for the daily heart me. Hi, DW. What I did yesterday, I got a Chanel purse returned back to me. Okay. So I recorded myself opening it with the tape because it was very light. It's a light purse, but because it was for me, $155 is like a big sale item for me. Like for other people, that might be like an everyday thing. So I recorded myself opening it in case it wasn't in there or in case they sent back something different. Although you can just send pictures to the Bay and tell them, hey, nothing was in here. But if you want to extra protect yourself, record yourself opening the return.
When I had that issue with that Christmas star thing, I knew that the buyer swapped out took out a part. Yeah. Like before the return was even done, right? So when I started calling Bay before the item was even returned, and I said, I don't trust that this item's going to be as it is. And they told me, record yourself opening it, all that kind of stuff. So they do, I mean, if you're opening it up, it's different when you're packaging it. Like, there's really no proof that you put it in there. You can stop it, but you can't deny an opening of a package.
Yeah.
There's also the real. That might be a good avenue to resell it on too, because they do buy designer items.
Yeah. So the person who returned the purse was very nice. They're like, I don't want you to get in trouble, but my daughter doesn't like it. And I offer returns within 30 days, even if it's just buyer remorse. But I'm like, was this person too nice? That's the other thing. Are they too nice? Are they going to scam me? So I just recorded myself opening it. But like Carlee said, you can have a photo, you could just reach out to the Bay and say it wasn't in there. And it'll be like your word against theirs. And if I feel like the Bay would probably, in that case, give you your money and let the buyer get the money back to you.
It would take a little work, I think. It would take a little bit of work, but, and it's also mail fraud. I mean, if they send back nothing, then I can open up a police report if I want to. I mean, you could if you really.
Absolutely. Listen, if you are in dire straits and you're going to rob somebody, okay, or rob a store or whatever, do not do anything with the post office, because then it's a federal crime, not a state crime. Way worse punishments, okay? And they have the financial resources to prosecute you. I'm not saying to do a life of crime. One of my main goals in my whole life is to never go to jail. So I think about different scenarios that could come up in which I might go to jail. So just don't commit a crime with a federal building, and the post office counts as that. Also, don't commit crimes with other people, because then whatever they do during the crime, you also get charged for doing. Even if they kill somebody you don't, too bad. You now are responsible for killing that person too. Okay?
Safe advice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Teach us how to steal. No, don't
learn
steal.
from us every day.
Yeah. What? What's every day?
You learn from us every day. Like today we received
That's right.
all 101.
Listen, hopefully you're not in dire straits and you can reach out to people, and I don't know. I'm thinking like, oh, if I needed money to feed my kids, like you'd have to be crafty. I don't know. Yeah. Don't be crafty in a federal building.
But there are, so like Lainey and I were just talking about some refund stuff, because there's a lot of like,
yes,
especially if you're a new seller, there's a lot of buyers who will be like a little bit predatory towards you.
Oh yes,
knowing that you're new.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard back from Erica. Is Erica here? No.
Okay,
it's all right.
Also like, hey, Erica, you really need to, not refund buyers right away. That's like the key thing. Yeah. Like take a deep breath, step away. If you get a refund request, like just take a deep breath, step away for a few minutes, come back. Don't feel like you have to hit the emergency button and refund immediately just because a buyer reaches out to you.
Yeah, this is the thing. Sometimes, like Carlee's saying, somebody who does not have good intentions, they, instead of contacting like the Bay and saying, hey, I want to return this item and starting a return, they will reach out to you and make you feel bad, like you've done something wrong and you need to make this right. Or, hey, like, okay, so this happened to me 2 months ago. I mailed a pack of trading cards and they sent me a message saying, with a picture of it, and they said, hey, this came bent. What do you want to do about it? And I said, okay. I said, I'm sorry about that. I said, you can just return, like open up a return with the Bay. And then they came back to me. They're like, okay, I think it's not that bad. I'm going to keep it. I think they just wanted me to give them part of the money back, right? And sometimes they'll do that. They'll be like, oh, I'm going to try to get like a discount or like just basically get some money back. And then sometimes people will say, oh, I want to keep the item, but it's not in the same condition that I thought it would be in. What can you do for me? Like, I don't really play around with that unless it was something that was like my fault. Like I didn't describe something like, oh, I didn't realize like one of the drumsticks was missing off of the ornament, like the little drummer boy. Maybe one of the drums was missing. I don't know. Then I might be willing to give them a partial refund. But if it's stuff like that, or like somebody just saying, hey, I want to, like, I don't like my item. I want to return it. Then that's fine. Use the Bay or whatever platform to handle the return. Like you don't need, you shouldn't be, you can talk to them, in a messaging. Thank you, friends. But don't let people intimidate you or bully you.
And because people come at me is how I'm going to respond. If you come in nicely that, hey, like the item came in broken, or the item is not what you described it, or it's missing something. If you come in like that, like, hey, then I'm usually very kind and quick to respond and refund, usually a partial if that's enough for you. Sometimes I let the person keep the item and just fully refund them if I really effed up or the item broke in transit. And sometimes like I will tell them if they come in, like, what are you going to do about it? Or, I'm not happy like with this whole situation, like you effed up, that kind of thing. So open up a return. That's what it's
open a return.
So
that's absolutely. So in this one scenario, that kind of made us think about this. So we have a friend and the buyer's like, oh, they just kept messaging them. And then our friend is like, I'm just going to refund them. And we're like, no, don't do that. What you want to do is you want to tell them to open up a return through the Bay because, now I remember what it is. The person said they never received it, but the tracking said it was received. Okay. Now this is one of the best case scenarios on the Bay because as soon as they see that tracking number and that it was delivered to the address that the buyer put in the system, like where it should be delivered, you're off the hook. You just need to make sure you keep uploading the tracking information to the Bay if they ask for it.
To the Bay, always respond to them, never ignore them because then you get like a ding for that if you don't close an item in time or respond in time. So you definitely, and that's like probably the most common one. And not all the time is the buyer trying to be a scammer. Sometimes it's misdelivered, but that's not your fault that it was misdelivered. So Bay will step in, their seller protection, and the seller will get the money, keep the money, and the buyer will get refunded by the Bay. That's what the seller protection's for. So you're not going to be missing out on the money. Any negative feedback that's received will be returned, taken down. So there's really, in that situation, that's like the best situation. But there are times that a package comes in empty, and now the post office is supposed to always put it like in a package and say contents were missing. In that situation, again, like that's going to be you having to put in a request through the post office. You, as the seller, put in the request to the post office that your item went missing and that you are putting in a claim for that item. You refund the buyer. So you have to refund the buyer every time the item comes in broken. You refund the buyer. You're not going to have them open up the claim for you. So that's just words of advice with that.
Yes. I mean, we're paying the Bay to bring us customers, but we're also paying them to protect us when there are problems. So that's why it's so important to like upload your tracking information. Even if you buy like your shipping off of the platform, like take the time to enter that tracking number, because like I had an issue with like somebody who bought expensive shoes and they're like, it wasn't delivered. What are you going to do about it kind of situation. I said, open up a claim with the Bay, and the Bay just asked me to verify the tracking. I verified it, and then they're like, okay, it was delivered. They get nothing. And then, so I got to keep my money. Then the person, seriously, 2 weeks later, opened up a claim with their credit card company as a chargeback, saying they didn't authorize that purchase on these bike shoes. And the Bay will let you know. They'll say, hey, buyer X, they bought this. They are opening up a claim saying they never purchased it. Don't worry, you're protected. And they'll handle it from there. Like they will basically provide the proof to the credit card company that that person made the purchase. And then you get to just keep your money, and then the Bay deals with it. In that situation, I have not ever heard back like whether they won against the credit card company or not. It's just kind of like, I don't care because I have my money. Right?
Yeah, there's always like those scary things, like like I always like get a little freaked out anytime a buyer reaches out, because it usually means like
bad news, right?
Not so good.
Yeah.
But like the credit card one is another one that's like just an easy one. You're not again, seller protection will take care of it. So don't offer the refund, the money or anything like that. Just stay with conversation with the Bay and provide them what they need.
Absolutely.
That's all you need to do.
Absolutely. And so we're talking about the Bay a lot, but really it's like you want to, with all the platforms you sell on, you are giving them money from each sale. So they're bringing you customers, but they also need to provide a level of support to you as the seller on their platform. So use that protection. Like I'm thinking about like on Posh, the person who buys the item, they only have 3 days to say, hey, this wasn't as described, and they can try to like make a return after the 3 days. And if they're pressuring you, just say, go through Posh. Like you don't have to handle it. Like that is Posh's job at that point to support you as the seller on their platform. Yep. So, yeah. Also, you don't have to educate people on Posh and say you only have 3 days. I'm always very quiet, and I
don't educate them on anything. Like
why would you?
Because it could hurt you. A return, figure it out yourself. I'm not your tour guide here. Like figure it out yourself to open up a return.
We have the internet. It is so easy to find information nowadays. So hi, Josh.
Anytime a buyer goes and opens it up with like, if you don't take care of this, then I'm going to leave negative feedback. That's a lottery ticket. Any negative feedback will be removed.
It will.
And really, that's not going to look good on the buyer. So anything that refunds and stuff like that, they'll side with you more because the buyer is.
Yes. Okay. So I looked into this thing on the Bay after our friend was asking about it. Let's say you don't offer a return and you don't offer a refund, and the Bay sides with you. If the person goes in and says, this, I purchased, the shirt, it wasn't delivered, and they give you a negative review, what you do is you submit that, like you open up like a help ticket basically on that item and ask to have that feedback removed, because buyers are not allowed to say anything negative about the tracking or the delivery if the tracking shows it was delivered. So you could get that removed if they mentioned that like it wasn't delivered or the tracking, and the Bay will go in like it's one of their policies. If you go look in their policies for shipping, it'll tell you like the Bay will take that down. That's a situation in which the Bay will take it down, because buyers are not allowed to like basically lie about your shipping. Yeah. So it's one way they protect you.
You ship it on time and you have a tracking number, then the rest is
Absolutely. Like that tracking number is like the Willy Wonka golden ticket. You want your tracking number and to show it was delivered. Yeah, absolutely.
So if you don't do your shipping through any of the you have to do it through the platforms for Mercari and Posh, but other ones, if you use like the Pirate and stuff like that, just always make sure to copy over the tracking information.
Absolutely. So. Yes. I don't know. I hope that answers or that was our question. I hope that answers our question, Carlee.
Yeah, we're just giving some question answers out there. The other thing is when you get negative feedback or neutral feedback, try to resolve it with the buyer. You have up to, I think, 5 per year, 5 revision requests. And you just ask the buyer, like, hey, like, you know, can we work this out towards a resolution that you can change this feedback? And if they're amenable to it, they'll change it.
Yeah.
But if you go and respond to that feedback, you can't reverse the feedback at that point.
Yeah, it's like as soon as you respond on the feedback, it locks in their feedback. They can't go back and revise it. Yeah, that's true.
And I find seeing how a seller responds to feedback as a good insight to the type of seller they are. So
absolutely.
If I'm looking, like, a negative feedback won't bother me, but if I see a negative feedback where, like, the seller is losing their shit on the feedback, like, keep it professional. Like, if you're losing your crap in the comments and, you know, berating the buyer for being a scammer and stuff like that, that's like a red flag that I might not want to do business with you, because you sound like you're the problem.
Some people are like, I never block anybody. I'm like, nah. I block people. I don't want their money. It's not worth the aggravation with some of these buyers. And a lot of them feel like, because they're so used to convenience with like the larger like online stores, like they're expecting you as a small business owner to like absorb all these costs. It's like, we don't have the same overhead, right, to cover like, oh, free returns, you know. But it's like there is a mindset where people are expecting anything to be able to be returned. Also,
okay, ruin that for sure.
Yeah. So somebody else asked me yesterday, I approved a return, right, through the Bay, but they've missed their return window. What should I do? I'm like, you don't have to do anything. I'm like, and they're like, well, they asked me, can they still return it? I'm like, just say no, per eBay's policy, you've missed the return window. You don't have to take stuff that's like over 30 days old if that's how long your return policy is. Like, I would hold firm, even if they're giving me a sob story. They had 30 days to return it.
They completely had 30 days to return it. So, and you'll get sob stories too. I mean, you get sob stories when people are buying stuff that they're like a military veteran and that, you know, this was their only time to buy this vintage item and they're on a fixed income. And it's like, I think food is more important than a little tchotchke from the 70s.
True.
So people will use everything to get stuff from you. So you don't have to respond.
So Terry says sellers need to not lead with emotion. Agree. Like, sometimes I'll write out a really flaming response, but not in the actual app because I'm always worried I'll send it. I'll do it on the side and then I'll feel better. And then I'll be like, okay. And I like Charity's idea. You just ask chat, like, how do I cut? Like, here's the situation, or upload a photo of the conversation or so far, and then how can I respond professionally? But what I would also say when you're doing that is say also don't admit any fault unless there is like fault, obviously. So I saw a video by another reseller here, and they said, never, ever, ever say you're sorry to a buyer. I don't agree with that. I feel like a sorry can go a long ways to soothe the buyer.
I feel like having a little bit of emotion, a little bit of empathy goes a long way.
Absolutely. Like, I can't imagine, like, I've said sorry a lot of times, like, oh, I'm so sorry it arrived damaged, you know, please send it back if I feel like I could resell it, or, you know, I'm happy to offer you a return, like a refund. But yeah, I don't understand that never say you're sorry. I'm like, whoa, that's a hard line to draw. Annette says, I recently blocked a buyer because she was asking so many questions about a pair of shoes, $10 for shipping, not worth it to me. Yeah. And that's your prerogative. It's your business. You know, you have to decide where you're going to put your energy. So sometimes there are those, it depends on the price of the item. There was somebody who asked me so many questions about like a vintage Bible that I had, like just a lot of questions. Like what color's the glue? Are Jesus's words in red, or is it all black print? Like there was just like a lot of things. And I thought, okay, let me just go look. But then like seriously, like 3 weeks later, still asking me questions. I didn't block them. But I'm just like, just see the photos, you know, because it's like at some point you have to decide, bless you, you have to decide where you're going to spend your time, you know, and energy. Yeah.
And also the other thing with buyers too that they'll also have you do is like, hey, I get paid on Friday. Can you just hold this? Yeah. I promise I'll pay. It's like, if I had to wait for everybody's payday, like I wouldn't get paid myself. We don't hold items for people. So like you can buy it now, and I'm giving good vibes that it will still be available for you on Friday when you get paid. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I would say. I was like, oh, I hope it's still available. If so, then I'm happy to sell it to you and get it to you right away.
Terry said somebody asked for a refund last night on Depop. So what did you do? Oh, you hadn't sent it. Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess if that was, I would do that if I hadn't sent it. I had somebody say that it was like a little bunny purse, that it wasn't as long as they thought it was going to be. But I literally like have a ruler in it. And I think I literally said 6-inch bunny purse in the description. So that was my only experience with somebody who wanted to return their item or to get their money back. And what the Pop did, they opened a claim through the Depop, and Depop asked me like for my side, and I just literally said it's exactly as described. I sent the item, like the information was in the description and in the photos, and then Depop came back that same day and just said, okay, no, we're not going to refund the buyer, like the case is closed. Nice. So yeah, so that's I've only had one. I haven't had any other experience.
I have not had any experiences over
Terry,
that.
I do the same thing. If I haven't actually shipped it out, I know some people are like, oh, but I was about to take it to the post office. Because then you're going to deal with a return later on.
Yeah,
and then that costs money.
I cancel. If somebody doesn't want the item, just jack up the price a few more bucks and wait for a new buyer.
Oh, so the purse I got back. So on the Whatnot show, sometimes they do like giveaways. And so I got like this little purse. I was so excited, but it was like, as Terry knows, because Terry has sold some purses, there's so many questions when somebody wants to buy a purse. So I had like offer here, offer there, like it was like a lot of just interacting with different potential buyers. So I got it returned yesterday, and I did what Carlee said. I relisted it and I said, but no returns. Like it's like my only item on like out of 2,000 items that I will not take back as a return, because I do not want to deal with this purse. I feel like it's cursed at this point. So I got an offer this morning for $155, the same exact price I sold it for, whatever, a week ago. So I probably, after this live, I'll probably accept it. So I'm excited. Yay! So, oh yeah, Terry says I hated selling that. I don't know how to say that. Balenciaga?
Balenciaga.
You could tell I don't buy fancy purses. So many questions. Yeah, there's certain items.
The real Josh had a weird Posh thing. They paid out when he made the error on a pair of jeans. The buyer opened the case and was going to refund it.
You don't refund it unless Posh will take the money from you and just pay them back if they feel like the person deserves the money. Don't get into the habit of like doing personal messaging with people on any of the reselling platforms. Try to have things go through like the Posh help, like they have like a help thing on each item. So I'm just curious, Josh, did they ask you to refund them directly, or is this Posh? Because Posh will just take your money and give it to them. So will the Bay if they feel like you've done something wrong.
So someone, I can't remember who it was, had a good tip about when people have like a Depop offer.
Yes, and I do it.
To get payment.
Yeah.
I forgot who that was. So I
know it was Jen. It was Jen.
Oh, okay. Is that you send out a message, right? Like, hey, like I just accepted your offer and I'll plan to ship this out as soon as payment is received. And people are starting to see sales. So maybe they just don't know that they,
that you accepted their offer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just, in my notes app, I just have a canned thing. Hey there, thank you so much. I accepted your offer. Cause usually they're making you a lower offer. I'm happy to get this out to you as soon as tomorrow. As soon as payment's received, something like that. And if I send it on a Saturday, I'll say as soon as Monday. I'll just change like the tomorrow to Monday. And then, I have seen an increase in the amount of people that actually then will pay for the item they made an offer that you accepted on. But still for me, I say 50%. 50% of the offers I accept, actually the sales go through. The other 50%, it just disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ashley's saying she had a total nutcase on the Bay. Do you want to tell us about it? What?
I've had two nutcases. One got me to change my, go into a P.O. box because he was just weird and threatening. And then the other one, I use a Google phone number now in my account so that I don't get calls.
That's smart. Absolutely. Terry's hoping that's one thing the Bay will change on the Pop. The only hard thing, Terry, is like there are people under 18 selling, and you cannot enforce contracts against minors. And the offer, acceptance, and consideration is seriously, you have to be over 18 in the United States.
Well, then they should change their policy with not having minors.
Sure. Yeah, they could do that. They absolutely could do that. Maybe. Hi, Matt. Matt must be changing airplanes. I'm picking him up after the live. So he's probably in Vegas heading to Burbank is what I'm thinking.
Oh, very nice. That was a quick flight back. Well, he was in Iowa?
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was like started with an I. That's all I knew.
Yeah. Terry says when they make you an offer, if you accept, it's an auto buy. Yeah, I don't know if they'll do that. I mean, it would be nice.
I feel like the people who are actually buying it, though, are the parents. It might be the kid's account, but it's the parents who are buying for under 18.
Right.
So,
oh my gosh.
The parents have the account.
I think you're right, Carlee. But just to talk about the pop, I made a video 4 days ago because I have this question no less than 20 times on the video I made about how on Depop you have to go and like withdraw your money now. They don't just automatically send it. You have to have it attached to a bank account. You cannot attach it to a Cash App, and you cannot attach it to Apple Pay. I know you want to. I know you don't have a bank account. You're a kid, but you have a Cash App. And I even reached out to Depop, and I have that actual email response from them that I'm going to put in this video. I just have to edit it. It has to be a bank. Like, I don't know. Some people are like, oh, I get paid and it's a Cash App. I don't know how, because when Depop responded to me, they said, no, we will only give money to a bank. So yeah, I'm sorry. You could buy stuff with a Cash App and with Apple Pay, but you just can't get paid out. And it's just a policy they have. And I'm sorry. That's just what they're doing.
So maybe that's their first step in order to push it to, 18 plus on the app.
Yeah, you have a bank account.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, that could help.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And I think it's great that young people are buying, but at the same time, it's like, it's a drag on sellers, because if you hold up my item, I have to delist it from other platforms. That's just not fair. I mean, I never delist anything off of Pop unless I sell it, right? Like, but some people are like, I got an offer, so I'm going. That's the only thing I don't like about the new Bay's, like their offer system. Like if you're going back and forth with a buyer on a price, then they're not required to pay for that 4 days, right? But your item will still, like, it doesn't disappear. It can still be sold to someone else. And that, like if it's like I'm trying to explain this right.
Wait, if somebody makes an offer on an item?
So a person makes or you make an offer to a seller or buyer, right? It goes out, somebody counters back to you, and you accept it, right? It keeps the item in limbo. So anybody can accept that offer out there.
Oh, because it could go out to more than one person, right?
Well, I mean, it sounds like, from my understanding, is that somebody, like, I don't know if it's previous people that have seen it, but when you go and do that back and forth, and it sends out like the new offer, the person accepts it, but they haven't paid for the item yet.
Yes.
It's still available for anybody to buy it at that price.
That happened with the purse. Somebody offered $200. I accepted it. They didn't pay. And then somebody offered $155. I accepted that too. And the Bay sent me a message saying that whoever pays first will get it. So you're right. That can happen.
It can happen, but if you cross list, your item is still live out there. So
that's true.
Like, you don't want it to sell, because if they accept it in that time frame, it's just a little bit of a flaw with their new offering system, in my opinion. I mean, I like it that somebody else can snipe it, like whoever buys it first.
Right. You snooze, you lose. That makes sense.
That wasn't really articulate of me to.
No.
I'm trying to think through it.
It's okay. No, that happened with me with the purse like 2 weeks ago, and I was like rooting for that person to come up with the $200 because I'm like, ooh, I'd rather have $45 more, and it didn't. Like the person that had offered, or that I accepted the offer, $155, like they paid first. So I'm like, okay, well they paid, but I was really rooting for somebody else to pay the higher price. But are you saying then if you're waiting for somebody to accept it by paying, then it's still listed on other like platforms, basically. Yeah. And you're worried it'll sell like over on Posh or something.
Yeah. So like the person accepts the offer, but now they have up to 4 days to pay for it. So your item is still live out there, right?
Yeah.
Like it can still be purchased by someone else. It can be live on another platform. I think that's maybe where a few of my missing items have happened, is because I'll pull it out of storage thinking like, oh, then I'll have to make a trip. It's still live out there because the payment hasn't been made.
Right. So I mean, yeah. In some situations, I bet people would argue, oh, I want my item to still be out there because what if somebody else buys it? I'd rather like have the money sooner.
True.
But I know, yeah. I feel like the Bay, I don't know if they would change that.
But the Bay should like just lock in. Like if you, like it should lock in. Like, okay, you accepted the offer for $150, so now it's the you've agreed to this, so we're going to take the money right away. But it's something with that whole back and forth. Feel that it's not automatic. Like I think you can send out an offer and then the buyer buys it. It's automatic. But once there's like a countering situation, they're not required to pay it for 4 days, business days. I
didn't realize there was a 4-day cooling off period, basically.
Well, that's how they used to be before they set up automatic. Before, people had up to 4 days to pay.
To get their check to you in the mail?
Well, that was a long time ago. Like up until about a year and a half ago. Like they had up to 4 days to pay if you didn't.
That's right. Right. That was annoying too. I have to say, once you're on the Bay a lot longer and like you've made a lot of like successful sales and the Bay can trust you, like they give me my money like within 24 hours, even before it's received by the buyer now, which I really like, because then I have access to my money sooner. Whereas I think it was really hard for me on all the other platforms when I was new, because I'm like, what? I have to wait till they rate me on Mercari? Like what? Like it's already delivered. Like it's like you forget as somebody who's like maybe a veteran on one site how hard it is to be a new person on a selling platform.
Well, Mercari, there seems to be like a never-ending cycle, because I've had buyers like they're like away on vacation and they don't accept your item, so that way like until they close it out. But I think they have changed it to a certain number of business days now.
Okay.
But before it wasn't. It's like this person's been gone for like 2 weeks. When am I going to get paid? They got the item. Come on.
It's rough. I agree. I want my money. Ashley does a weekly payout. What does everybody else do? Like, how often do you guys get paid out from your sites?
Monthly.
Yeah, Carlee does monthly. She has great faith in these systems not going away, which is fine. What I do, I pay myself out once I can get at least like $50, basically. Except I have changed on the Posh. I'm so annoyed with them because I think I already ranted about this, so I don't need to rant about this again. And I made a video and it's 8 minutes long. I'm like, I can't post this. It just makes me sound like a nasty person. Like like I've had 2 strikes now with Posh, one for 24 hours and then the last one for 3 days. I just feel like it wasn't fair. So I'm going to argue my case in like under a minute. Okay, Carlee, I know you've heard this, but I'm going to say it again.
It's all good.
I shipped a pair of pants. They were probably only $12. When the buyer sent a picture saying, here's the package at my apartment door or whatever, wherever they do send packages in the apartment building. And you could tell that the package I sent had been ripped open, but my package was still there. So clearly, and my tracking showed it had been delivered. Somebody stole these pants, okay, out of the packaging, but then left the packaging. If it was me, I probably would take the whole packaging. I don't know. Not that I'm not stealing. I'm just saying. So she uploaded photos of the package that I had sent being ripped open, and it was like wherever you get the packages in this apartment. And so she opened up so I told her, oh, I'm like, that's theft. You might want to file a police report. She's like, I want my money back. I was really looking forward to getting these pants. I've been looking for these pants for 3 years, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, can you open up a claim? Why don't you open up a claim with Posh? So she did. Posh decided to let me keep my money because I had like actually shipped the item, and they gave her a refund. Fine. A lot of these reselling sites will do that. But then immediately, as soon as that was decided, I got restricted for 3 days because they reclassified the pants as not completed or in transit. It said canceled, as if I had canceled the order. I did not cancel the order. So then I was in Poshmark jail for 3 days, and that made me so mad. So this is all to say to Ashley, every time, even if I have $8 in Posh, I take the money immediately. I don't want them making a single half penny on my money sitting in their account.
So like Posh and Mercari, because I don't get like a lot of sales over there, that's kind of like the only ones I really keep the money to spend. Like either it's selling stuff or whatever I need type of thing.
Yep.
The reason I do only monthly is that I just kind of got accustomed to it, because when I was part-time, I would just take it monthly, and then I'm like, I just prefer it coming across monthly because there are like, fees that come out, and I just want to keep it. And I don't even take like the full amount every month. Like I usually keep like a little bit of a balance. So if my postage or whatever comes out, I don't have any like small little fees coming up and going over to the bay. So it's just how I am.
That's fine.
But Etsy, it's automatically month for me, but the other two, I just kind of keep it there. It's just how I operate. I know it's not smart, but
it's fine. I mean, I don't know. I don't think these big companies are going under. I think I would not do that with Vinted. I've heard so many things. Let's talk about Vinted for a minute, okay? They just came out with a statement. Guess what their statement is?
They don't want resellers, right?
They don't want you to use Vinted as a business. They want it to be like, oh, just I'm at home and I can't wear the sweater anymore, so let me sell it. Like that's who they want. If you are listing too many things in a day in Vinted, they will just close your account because they will assume you're doing this as a business. They literally came out with a statement saying they don't want you to use this as a business.
Yeah, you don't want to keep your money over there because then, if your account gets closed down, they're not going to even talk to you anymore.
Right.
They won't talk to you at that point. If your account's closed, so yeah.
And I know a lot of people are using Vinted and they're making money. I think that's great. Do what you're comfortable with. I'm just saying don't let a big balance build up there is what I would suggest. Like if you're my friend, I would say, hey, as soon as your sale goes through and the money's available, just take it out, just move it over to your account. So I agree, Laura.
Is it list perfectly? Like one of the cross listers out there, have an agreement with Vinted, which I'm shocked.
Well, that's for resellers, right?
Yeah. So it's like, is that going to go away then too? Like, I don't know which one it is.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I have questions about them. I'm not that experienced in it. I already feel like having 6 platforms plus the Book of Face is plenty at this point. Like it's enough to juggle. I also know though, it could be a good place to source from. Like you can get items for cheap. So if you're looking for items, you might want to go there just to be like a buyer, not a seller, Charity says Vinted in Europe does have businesses, I believe. Maybe it's just for this now. I don't know.
Well, just like I have my thoughts about the mark that they really don't want resellers over there, like cross-listing to different platforms. They just want you to sell exclusively to Posh. Like, I feel like that was all their rules before. Maybe with all the changes coming, that will, make things a little bit better.
Are you talking about Posh?
Yeah, about Poshmark and how, you go in jail for, taking down too many items in a day and stuff like that. They made it really difficult to sell with them.
It did. Okay, so let's talk about Posh because they had a huge change recently, and I know I made a video, but now at this point I feel like everybody knows. So I'll make a lot of videos and then I'll never post it because I'm like, oh, everybody knows now. I don't mind making the videos. The hard part for me is just editing them, like sitting down.
Yeah, I agree.
And also hearing my voice over and over again. I'm like, I do not sound like that. I mean, in my own head, I feel like I sound older. I feel like on the videos I sound like a 7-year-old, and I don't like it. But anyway, so Posh has said, okay, now you can delist stuff even if it's less than 60 days. You won't get into Poshmark jail for delisting too much. We were just doing that to protect our customers because there were a lot of items out there that weren't really for sale and not a lot of active users. I just feel like they know who's active because it'll literally say, oh, this closet owner, they were active the last 24 hours. They were active 5 days ago. Like they already have the algorithm and whatever programming in place to know if you are an active seller. Well, there's like a clarification I just want to go over with Poshmark. If you are delisting and then relisting within 60 days, you still could get in trouble. They don't want you to do that. Like they're trying to avoid people just keep refreshing their items by putting them up at the top. So it still can affect you if you're doing that. So people are like, oh, I could delist and relist now like I used to. I would still wait the 60 days before
and that's good anyway. You want your items to have a little bit of traction on these sites because if Google and stuff like that, it takes time for them to pull it in for your items to get populated in there, indexed. So letting your items sit for 60 to 90 days is not a bad thing. After 90 days, it goes stale, but keep your items up. Don't keep refreshing them because it doesn't really help your listings at all.
Right. You need the search engines and the algorithm and everything to find your item and get it to the right people. I agree. So hi, Tammy. I am surprised they allow that service to list stuff onto their platform. Like, I am surprised because of their attitude that they don't want resellers or people using this as a business to be on their platform.
Is List Perfectly like an international company, or is it like a UK based company maybe? Because Vinted's very big over there, and maybe that's why. I don't know.
I don't know enough about it. Like I said, like, you know, when when you're new to a platform, you get all those scam emails saying, oh, you need to verify your whatever, like go here, or I really want to buy your item. And then you click a link. Like I had forgotten how scammy it is when you first start. Like I got that a lot on Poshmark too. So when I saw those emails, I'm like, I just can't. I need to like focus my energy on the other sites that I have stuff listed on.
Well, that's the thing.
USA.
Like, yeah. Okay. I was just thinking maybe it's a UK based company or something that they have that agreement with them. Then I don't know. I have no understanding of why they are with them, but nobody else. That's fine. I'm not going to go in. The only thing I wish is that the Book of Face was over on Nifty, but otherwise, we
have other news about Book of Face.
Oh, I did hear about that, but I haven't heard a lot about it.
Okay. Okay. So I wish Nifty would do on Book of Face too, because I mean, I wouldn't do it for every item.
Maybe they will.
Okay. So Facebook, Book of Face has just said they're going to have their own outside platform just for selling. So instead of their marketplace, they're not going to have it in-house anymore. They're going to have it on a separate site. Now, I think they're doing this because they want to start taking a percentage, right? Right now, you just get to keep all the money and you're the one interfacing with the customers. I think they're going to do this. They're going to try to get they already have a big part of the market, like with buying and selling. But I think they're going to do this so that way they can actually just take a cut. Like that's my own I don't know for sure. I don't know why they would offer it for free, but maybe they will.
Like if you ship, they do, right? Like, I don't know. I haven't used the Book of Face for anything. So if you're doing it as a shipping option, I think they do charge you.
They take a percentage. Yeah, they do, because they're the ones that'll like handle the transaction. Like whereas if you're doing it yourself, you get like your Venmo or whatever, you get cash. True. Tammy says, I already have to use 3 apps. Yeah, for FB, it's a lot. Okay, so Josh knows they do take a cut if you ship. So, yeah, I have not. So I've set it. I just recently set it up so I will ship items that are smaller, like not the large items. But I haven't. Nobody has purchased something yet.
If I have to physically go to anything other than Nifty, if I have to go to another platform to Crosslist, it's not happening. It's just not happening for me.
Yeah,
I'm not putting my energy there.
I agree.
I like cross-listing, but I also don't like cross-listing because I'm like, all the things I could be doing over on Bay right now instead of cross-listing. Yeah,
I'm with you. Obviously, Carlee and I, we both like Nifty, and we both have Nifty promo codes if you guys want 15% off. Dee says they have an app already out for certain people. I was able to get it. What? Dee,
look at you, Dee.
We need more info. I want that. I want to try it. And then
do some videos on that. People love to have, like, an insight.
Give us the insight. Give us the. Is it the 411? Is that information?
Yeah, the 411.
Yes. And then Peacock says, I think they'll start live selling to compete with TikTok Shop. Ooh, maybe I could see that. I'm just reading through all the messages. If we didn't answer your question, please feel free to type the question again so we can answer your question. Sorry, just reading everything. Oh yeah, there is no seller support on FB. It's true. Like, it's just you and the person in the Wild West. I think it's better than Craigslist. Like, I feel like you get because this is
because you're at least dealing with a real person, not like an anonymous figure.
You can vet them by looking at their actual profile. Yeah. And if I see that they sell stuff. Right. If they sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace and like you can rate like with stars and stuff, if they actually have a rating and if they actually are selling their own stuff or have sold their own stuff, which you could see a history of what they've sold, then I'm like, okay, this is a real person and they're going to show up with money. Yeah.
And Josh thinks that they're going to integrate the Facebook now in the app, which will be good. Then I might start doing it because
sure, why not?
About adding platforms, I just don't want to have to work at it too hard if it's
absolutely.
More clicks.
I agree. Dee, we need more information about how you got in that. Or how did they post something or did they send you a message? We need info. But yeah, I heard they were gonna start, but it sounds like they already have started. Yeah, Josh, like Carlee said, I hope that they do integrate the Book of Face. You have to put up with a lot on Facebook. Yeah, you do. I like it for like furniture. I sold a piano there where the person came and then they sent their own mover to come get it. I also sold like chairs and a table. Like just
I'm going to be
things.
putting up my trash compactor. We don't really like it. It came with the house and we're just like, it's silly, it's gross, and no.
Absolutely do that. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Peacock has a video on it. It's called Seller. Are you in the beginner reseller chat? Can you share it there so everybody can see it? So if you're in the beginner reseller chat, you are allowed to share videos if they're your own videos, like you made it. I don't want to see a creator who has like 10 million followers and they're not supporting us. But if it's a video you made about something that you think would be important for other like resellers to know, you can share that in the beginner reseller chat. So, okay, we need to add you. I'm sorry if you're not there. We will add you.
And I've been doing the same thing, kind of sniping. As far as like video content in one a day, it should be related to what you're listing and what's sold if you listed an item and it's sold. So one of your one a day what's sold. I get a lot of videos being shared to like, you know, see like content of other sellers. Just have them reach out to us to get them added. That's all. I mean, we're supportive of other people. But part of it, it's just that we're over 200 people in that group. Mm-hmm. You know, it's already hard enough to support everybody in the chat. To externally support others, it gets really difficult too. So
it's so simple. It's like the little fun video we just made. Like you follow our, she'll follow yours. It's like you want people who are also giving back to you when you're putting energy into them. I know there's a lot of amazing resellers that are creators that have like hundreds of thousands of followers. And if they want to join our groups, we absolutely would love that. And we would support them back. But if they're not willing to like put energy into like the people in our groups, then we're really don't want to put our energy back into them. Like that's just, I'm not saying don't follow them. Don't get them like, yes, follow anybody you want to. I don't care. But it's just like in these groups that Carlee and I and Ashley have created, we want people who are like, basically we're all helping each other out. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is.
Everybody helping.
Yeah.
So, Carol, I have not had a chance to really look into the whole hazardous, and I want to ask my post office because anybody could say anything they want on these apps. So there's like a thing going around that the hazard label is not enough. Like from
I asked my post person.
Like, it has to be like different kinds of labels, warning labels, diamonds, and stuff like that. But I have been selling like hazardous for a long time. Sometimes the post office puts their own labels on it. Most of the time they don't. So I wanted to ask my post office before I start asking or telling people information, because that requires you to make your own label, possibly cut it out or print it on your own label, all this kind of stuff. And it just seems like it's a waste of your own energy to label yourself.
So I asked my post person yesterday, I'm like, hey, the label will say it has hazardous material in it when you print it out, right? I said, I also heard you need to have the stickers on it. And the woman I spoke with, Jennifer, she said, yeah, you need to have the stickers. I'm like, what if we don't have the stickers? She's like, well, the post office we usually have those stickers if you need them. I'm like, do you have them now? She's like, no, we actually don't. I'm like, okay. So it's like Carlee's right. You might need to add a sticker to it. Also, ask yourself, how many hazardous items are you mailing a year? Like, is this a huge problem or a little problem? If it's a little problem, then you probably, like, if you're going to sell, I don't know. I know Carlee has maybe a lot more. It's the matchbooks. What is it? What are you doing? Perfume?
I mean, it's just a mix of stuff. Like, it can be perfume. It can be lithium ion batteries. I looked at the price of stickers on like Zon and stuff like that. And it's like, I just want to hear it from my post office before I start.
Find out. I want to know.
Than I have to. Like, if I don't have to do it, then I'm not going to do it.
Then don't do it. Or can you like print it out offline and then just like basically cut it and like stick it on? But my post office said you do need the sticker. And she's like, oh yeah, normally we have them. We just are out today. I'm like, okay, so what would we do right now if I didn't have one? She's like, I probably would just send it through. I'm like, okay, thank you, Jennifer.
See, like the post office is just never, ever never one single answer.
No, I know.
Everybody's story, I feel like, is so.
It is different.
So like I've seen the video and it's like, okay, well, I want to check in.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I feel like they should so let's say it is required. Who are you saying hi to? Who am I missing?
Yeah, we've talked about the new, Laura's just leaving.
Bye, Laura.
We've talked about the hazard that you have to classify all packages that have hazardous items in there.
So Carol, you only get a fine, Carol, if you haven't labeled your item appropriately. Like they've always had that. I just want to put it out there. They have always had this $50 fine. Always. It has been in place. If you don't label something as hazardous and they find out that you should have labeled it appropriately and you didn't, they've always been allowed to charge you the $50. All they're saying now is we're going to start enforcing it. Okay, so it's not like it's a new rule. It's been the same. It's just now they've come out.
I thought I would go to jail.
Right,
That's
no. Just
I always thought I would go to jail.
No jail time for you. If don't steal from a post office, you'll be fine. So Carol, they've always been allowed to do the $50 fine. They just have come out with an announcement saying they're going to enforce it now. So that's all it really is. And I think, honestly, when you're reselling through all these platforms, they have an obligation when you're putting all the information in for your mailing label. They need to give you the option of saying this is hazardous, right? Or I know like some sites, Depop, they will not allow you to sell anything like that. And that's why, because they don't want to deal with this kind of stuff at the post office. So it's like, so there are categories you can choose, especially on the Bay. I think that's where you sell, where you could say it's hazardous. And then like there's a category you could put down, and then that information will be on the label you print out. What we're talking about is like, do you need an extra sticker that has like, pictures of batteries, or like a little triangle with like the type of hazard that's inside the packaging?
Yeah.
So
I just don't want people to rush out there and start doing something. I mean, I think everybody should talk to their post office and what they are,
absolutely. And it sounds like the post office potentially could have these stickers. I just think that when you're printing out your label, there should be an option on the Bay to like print out a second label that actually has the sticker of like the hazmat symbol, right? For people who can't.
The battery or the hazmat symbol,
that
whatever
should just,
it is. Right.
I think they should just add that in, and then you have a second thermal label that actually is whatever the hazardous sticker needs to look like. And then you could just stick it also on your packaging.
And this could be phase one. Maybe the post office is putting it in phases. So maybe phase one is just getting people to start making the hazard labels, because before they haven't been doing anything.
Exactly.
And then now, like, that the labels are being made, then the next step might be like having to require all the extra stuff. I think the problem is a lot of people repurpose boxes, which is great, but they have hazard labels on them.
Yeah, they don't want them on there if they're not.
And they don't want that on there. Just like you cannot ship a package in a box that has alcohol stuff on it. So like a wine box, you can flip it inside out. You can cover up all those labels, but they don't want you to use that because it's not legal for you to ship alcohol. So I think they're just cracking down on a lot of that stuff. And I think people have been sending hazardous stuff. We don't want to risk people's lives. I remember one time in the post office, because my guy, he would always go over this whole spiel, like any lithium ion batteries. Yeah. He's like, okay, well, you have to have a hazard label for that. Like, like the right label. Yeah. And he's like, how many lithium item or batteries do you have in here? He's like 70. It's like, oh my God, it's like basically a bomb. Like very dangerous to put on a plane.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you have to make sure.
Yes.
And you can Devil Dog, and on the Bay, I'm guessing Posh, I haven't sold anything yet. They are starting with the hazard labels. We're talking about like the extra labels that they're talking about.
Yeah. I wish I had a box, but like, you'll see on boxes, it'll have like a camera and batteries and like a big X or a circle. Like it'll say there's lithium batteries inside, things like that.
But now, like if you print out a label, like the 4x6 thermal label, there'll be an H in the corner.
Yeah.
That tells it. And I think there might be other information, like what category it is, so that they know what they can do. Because some stuff is air safe. Some of it has to go ground only.
That's right. So, but there have been additional information out there that, like Carlee said, you need not just the label to say H, right? Your mailing label. You need other stickers to put around the box. It was so funny. So as soon as they announced they're going to start charging the $50 if they realize you violated and you didn't say something has a hazard inside. I took my normal boxes in, and I had 8 of them, and I put one each time. And then she's like, does this have any hazards in it? And then she listed it. And then she turned my package over and looked at every side. I think she was looking to see if I had any of those other like hazard stickers on it. Like Carlee's saying, people recycle boxes. But for every single one she did, I'm like, okay, this might take a little extra long. But I think she was told that now they really need to look at that. Like you could tell it was
I
like
mean, I did
a
a hazard right after the new hazard thing came in. She just took my box. Now sometimes they put their own labels on it, like from the post office, but she just took my box, scanned it as normal, and threw it in the bin. Like there was no extra treatment to it. Like, oh my gosh, I'm carrying something that might be dangerous.
Right. That's true. I think some of the stuff, if they go on airplanes, it's something about like the pressure too that affects the hazardous materials.
Yeah, definitely. I know like the batteries are the worst ones because you see trash trucks all the time getting up in flames or throwing trash out of the truck and stuff because it's like it's true. Causes a lot of fun.
Charity said the kiosk now has another question to make sure no hazard label that isn't needed. So I'm curious, has anybody ever, like in the last few weeks, sent something with like the H on it, the hazard on it? Like if you added stickers? I'm just curious.
I mean, I did, but I didn't add stickers. And like I said, she treated it normal. But I'll go when I talk to her tomorrow, I hope.
Yeah. So I used to sell a lot of kids' toys when my kids were younger that take batteries. You know, the kids like things that move and talk, whatever. And I remember one of the items I sent, the battery corroded, and the person told me about it. And then I researched it and I realized, oh no, I shouldn't be mailing any batteries unless I have like a hazardous label on it. This is like years ago. So now what I do when I sell something that takes batteries, I will usually upload a video showing the item working with the batteries. Like I have a Buzz Lightyear that goes, you know, to the whatever he says. Okay. I can't think of it right now. So I will put in my listing batteries not included, but I will also show a video showing it does work, but you need to provide your own batteries. And I'll say how many batteries it takes because I just don't want to deal with the batteries getting corroded and shipping, you know, things like that. I don't know. Like, I just think it's dangerous to ship batteries, especially if you're not labeling it appropriately, right? Yeah. Oh, Ashley saw that too at the kiosk, asking like if there's a hazardous material in it. I'm curious, do they have like items listed like nail polish, perfume,
they always ask whenever you're not me when I'm dropping off because you basically agree to that while you're doing the label.
Yes.
But whenever somebody's sending out a package, they ask if there's lithium-ion batteries, perfume, mercury, aerosol.
Okay, so they do have like a little list. They say
they do.
I have this one really grumpy mailman, and they have like papers listed, like whatever the rules are, and he'll be like. He doesn't even say, do you have all that stuff? He'll just point to the sign. He's like, yes or no. And I'm like, but for some reason, even though I've read that sign a million times standing in line, like just waiting to get up to the desk, to the register, I'll still read it. I'll be like, nope, I don't have any of that. Hey, Allison. Hey, Dana. Hi, Diva's Heart. Thanks for being here. Charity said there's a sign posted with many items at the PO. Mine doesn't ask. Okay. Yeah.
Now there's like a big stop sign, shape sign at each of their desks that says like no mercury. So I think that's one that they are really on top of because thermometers, there's even kid games like mazes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That have mercury inside of them. So
isn't it wild that we used to have our temperature taken with like those glass thermometers with the mercury in it? I don't know. I remember one broke and I was like, this is so fun. Science. What?
Yeah. We had one in high school science and it broke and we were playing around with mercury.
Yeah, like this is cool. You know, a safer thing you could play with is called gallium. Have you heard of gallium?
No.
It's really cool because it's like it's like a silver color, but if it's cold, it's solid. And if it's like room temperature or warm, it's liquid, but it could go back and forth. Gallium.
Oh, so it's like that, that stuff when slime was really popular a few years, oobleck.
Yeah,
where it's like liquid, and then if you lift it up, it's liquid, but if you touch it, it's like solid.
Yes, it's like that. Yeah, like
it's like made with cornstarch and water,
something in it.
I don't know about that stuff, but the oobleck. My daughter was a big slime kid. We went to a slime convention.
Oh my gosh, yeah. My kids were not so much into slime, really, you know. But my kids are. I think. Well, I have one older, one younger than your daughter. I think. Yeah. But yeah, slime was
right on par, right? Like Matthew.
Matthew's 18. Right?
So yeah, Caitlin
absolutely.
And Matthew, same age.
Yes. Hi, Matt. Matt, I hope you're. Aren't you supposed to be like in the air right now? I don't know how long the flight is from Vegas to Burbank. Maybe an hour.
You got free Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you must have Wi-Fi. You're boarding. Okay, have a safe flight, honey. I'll see you soon. I have to say, the kids are very excited that you'll be home making meals soon because they've been making their own. I went to
You would
Trader
be
Joe's.
happy you have coffee, right?
Yes. Okay. So he's gone like what, 7-8 days. I only made 2 pots of coffee, and I just would heat up the cold stuff, but it is not as good as fresh coffee every day.
No, definitely not.
Thanks for the heartbeat, honey. Oh, Matt, I went to Trader Joe's last night. Okay. And I only had a list of like 12 items. And I could not find anything, because I realized when I go to the grocery store, I'm usually just chatting with you and I'm not actually like paying attention. And Trader Joe's is small. Like, it's a good grocery store size. I feel like, it's not too big. It's not like going to like Ralph's or something. And I was just standing there going, I don't know where this cream cheese is. And then a little blonde girl, little ponytail, she just looks at me, and I look at her, and I've just been staying there for a long time. Just like, I don't know. And she's like, do you need help? I'm like, yes. I'm like, and I showed her my list. I'm like, I don't know where these 4 things are. So she walked me to each item and helped me find it and put it in my cart. It was so nice.
They're so helpful at Trader Joe's.
Oh, so helpful. And then I go to the register, and the guy's like, hey, did you find how they always ask you, did you find everything you need? I'm like, well, I found some of the stuff I needed, but really, like, and I pointed to her. I'm like, she actually helped me find most of the stuff. So he's like, okay. You know how like you share too much information, like with the person at the checkout? Hi, Jesse. And he's like, are you new to the store? I'm like, no. I'm like, I come here every week, but usually my husband does everything, and I'm just like walking around checking things off the list.
My husband's the cart pusher. I'm the navigator.
Okay, so we're flipped. What you and Michael do. Yeah, I'm basically passenger princess, but yeah, I realize I need to pay more attention to the grocery store stuff.
We live an hour away now from Trader Joe's.
Oh, no.
And Costco, an hour. I mean, we have a Sam's Club, which is fine, but I like Costco better. So we have to go into town. And
you have to make it a whole trip, whole thing.
I miss it. I need Trader Joe's. Do
they have a Whole Foods? What do they have?
So we have Fresh Market.
Okay.
So I think there was supposed to be a Whole Foods, but I think because of Fresh Market, Whole Foods decided not to come in.
Okay.
But I'm hoping there's a lot of growth. There's a lot of empty areas that can, kind of get some stuff. So I'm hopeful.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, are you in a small population, like your town?
80,000.
Okay.
So really, it's small, but then college students bring in like a lot of kids, like about 40,000.
Oh, I bet.
Colleges.
Yeah. They need a Trader Joe's there.
We do.
Sure. Yeah. Like we have 2 Trader Joe's within like, I don't know, a 10-minute drive each direction. But I also like the town we live in. It's very, once you go further into the town, it's very like bougie, Mm-hmm. I'm like on the cusp. I'm called there's like two blocks that are called Sagebrush, and we're in between La Crescenta and La Cañada. And so for a long time, we were part of La Crescenta, but then La Cañada fought to get our property into La Cañada because then they could get the property taxes and for the schools. It's been like this whole thing for 40 years. Yeah. But I feel like I drive a Toyota, but the town now I live in, like I should have a Mercedes, but I don't.
Something,
yeah.
So that's like our town is kind of like split up. It's like one city, but then it's like different sections, right? So like we are in an up and coming neighborhood. Like the house next door just got put up for sale, and it's almost $100,000 more than what we paid for this one.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
So I'm excited about that.
That helps your property value. Wait, so they better give out the full Snicker bar at Halloween, not the little baby ones. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a lot of like rebuilding going on around here because it's older homes, like they're from the 20s and before, so a lot of people want these homes to rebuild, but there's like all different sections. Like there's like, it's called Rivermont, and that's where the big fancy homes are, that are super, $1-2 million homes. It's just fun to go through the neighborhoods, and you just like, it's so different, but it's one city.
Right. Well, they should ask for a Trader Joe's. Clearly, those are the kind of people that would go to Trader Joe's.
We need a Costco. We need a Wegmans. You guys don't have Wegmans out there.
I don't know that one. No.
It's like a fancier grocery store. It's East Coast based.
Okay. Allison said she's an hour from Costco and Trader Joe's, and it's 2 different hours. Oh, like going in different directions. Yeah.
Oh, that stinks. At least mine are right next to each other, I think.
Yeah. But like, so would you plan a whole activity then if you're going? I guess, like do something first and then get the groceries.
Yeah, I think that's probably the story. Like we haven't done it yet because we just haven't wanted to drive. So
you've done a lot of driving recently.
A lot of driving.
Yeah.
So we haven't done either. We're not out of certain things that like I'm just starting to run out of I like their butter,
Oh yeah.
the green package, not Kelly Gold, their version of it.
Yeah.
So I need some stuff.
Isn't that from Ireland? Is that?
I think in New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand. I was gonna say another reason to move to Ireland, Carlee, the butter.
Kerrygold is Ireland.
Okay.
I love Kerrygold, but we like their stuff. So.
Yeah. I want Carlee to move to Ireland so you could be my neighbor in several years.
I don't want to go through another move.
Oh, that's true. That's right. Well, it's like after you have a baby and then you're like, I'm never having another kid again, and then you wait many years and you're like, okay, maybe. That's how I'm going to be with your move. Like, I'm going to let you settle into this house first. 10 years down the line, I might bring it up again.
Yeah, that's the one I use, Matt. It's like their version of Kerrygold, but it's from New Zealand, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like between the house move and the new dog, I feel like my whole life is just kind of up in crazy town right now. So.
Yeah. Matt says Costco has a grass-fed butter version. It's good. Yeah, so I guess you're on the plane now, huh, honey?
I have like a butter bell. Have you ever used a butter bell before?
I feel like it's something my grandma Dixon would have had.
So yeah, like you put butter in it and then you can keep it on your counter because you have like a little bit of water in the bottom.
Oh yes, she had one. Yeah.
Keep it like really soft and spreadable and everything. It's like I forgot that I have butter out on the counter, I think, again.
But is that bad if you leave it out, the butter?
I don't know when I left it out, if I left it out yesterday or today.
We leave our butter out, like we take out a stick and just leave it till we're done with it. Is that
really?
not supposed? Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like Matt knows more about food than I do, so I just roll with whatever he's doing.
Is that safe? Is it okay if it's still out from yesterday? I'm not sure.
Matt. I think it's okay.
Oh, I bet that's beautiful, Ashley. Of course, I'm a Le Creuset fan, so most of my stuff is
Ashley will have to share. Yeah, I know. I like your red accents in your kitchen. It looks very cool. Yes. Matt says it keeps it soft. It's generally safe. He says, yeah. Oh, and Devil Dog says it's safe. D leaves there out too. I think you're fine.
Okay.
Terry, you fell off the porch. Welcome back in.
Oh, Terry. We're talking butter in Costco.
Yeah, butter, Costco.
And now people's opinion on butter and if it keep it
if you can leave it. Terry, do you leave out your butter or do you keep it in the fridge? Like we'll keep it in the fridge until we use the stick, but then we'll keep the stick out in like a little container on the counter. Charity says her butter bells are clear glass, but still beautiful. I bet they are. Terry leaves hers out.
Okay.
So don't throw away that butter. I think you're good.
Throw it away. The first half was thrown out because it was overnight. So I was like, oh crap, I forgot to put it back in.
No, but I think you're okay.
Yeah. I think I'm good.
Carol says salted is
it's all your
fine.
fault.
Yeah, I know. I don't want you to get sick. All right. Oh, should we talk about what we're doing Friday night?
Yeah.
Okay, Thrifters After Dark, Friday night. It's share your show and tell with pets. Yeah?
Yes.
Are you going to show Loki? Is Loki going to make, or is that past his bedtime?
No, it's not past his. That dog doesn't sleep if he's got company, so he'll hang out with me on Friday night. I'm sure Michael will be thrilled, but he doesn't have to go with Loki.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Bye, Matt.
Safe travels, Matt.
Yeah.
So yeah, bring your pet if you want to come up on screen. You can share your pet with us.
We would like
you don't
that.
Have any biting friends. Poor Marcia.
Marcia is it Charlie? Who's the grumpy guy? Charlie. Yeah, Charlie. I think tried to bat at Marcia on that Friday night. Like he probably heard strange voices and he's like, "What is happening? Get me out of here!" Yeah, absolutely.
All of them. Yeah, you can bring all of your pets.
Yeah. And be on camera so we can see your pets.
I'm not going to bring the cats because they haven't been out here first off.
Right.
And we're not going to start that on Friday yet.
What does Loki think of, or what do your cats think of Loki?
The one is very interested in him, but not enough to really be around him yet, but close enough. Like he'll be in the same room with him.
Yeah.
He'll climb up on top of his cage and look down at him. The girl, she's just like, whatever, I'm just over it.
Okay. All right. Got it. All right.
Like, first you bring me this turd who doesn't clean up his poo, and then you bring in a dog. Like, come on.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Allison will be there. All right. Good, Allison. Yay.
8 p.m. Eastern.
Ashley, can you get your sister to come on and show us? Oh, no, wait. Did they rehome the skunk, didn't they?
I think
like so. The skunk's no longer there.
Released it in the wild because it was nocturnal.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
But
baby
yeah,
skunks are cute. I just don't know if I have the patience to handle anything baby anymore. Is your
yeah,
daughter obsessed with him? Ashley's wondering.
no, she's over him.
Oh no. No.
Everybody's over him. I'm the one here.
That's what always happens.
I am the one
Yep.
who's like, she was over him after a week. Like she was just like, this is too much.
It is a lot of work.
It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
At what age does it get better with puppies? How old do they have to? Ah, Carlee, 2 years. How old is
after
Loki?
seeing like Laura, like and her Graham, who's also a lab, like causing all chaos, being blind at 90 years old. I don't think it ever ends.
No, like you might have a sweet spot right in the middle,
Does it get better, like as in like more manageable after like 3 months?
Yeah. Allison says 3 years. Don't tell her that. Don't tell her 3 years. That's too long.
I know. It's like my father-in-law. So like after I had my daughter, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like our first night. We had the worst night. Like it was the first night home. The worst night of sleep in my entire life. Like that child would not sleep at all. He's like, you're not going to get any sleep for the next 18 years. And
who said that?
Like, my father-in-law.
Ah, hello.
I know. It's still imprinted in my memory bank. Like how horrible.
You don't say that to someone who's in the midst of it.
No, that sleep in the trenches of sleep deprivation.
Yeah. Right.
No.
That's torture. Sleep deprivation is literally used to torture people.
He might not have said like 18 years. He might have said something like 3 or 5 years or something where it was like, oh my God, this is how my life is going to be the next 5 years.
No, you already take somebody who's fragile and then you're going to crack them? That makes no sense. Yeah. Allison revised. She said 1.5 years. You're good. You're good. Okay. This is AI summary. A lively chat about pet ownership and new home life. Join the discussion.
We're resellers.
We are resellers. I know at the beginning I keep meaning to say like all the different platforms, but then I'm also worried like TikTok will ban us or restrict us. Allison said my labs and golden calmed down a bit and weren't kennelled after 1.5, but were perfect after 3. See, there will be a sweet spot there where before he gets old.
Like we're kind of crating him most of the day. Like he comes out and hangs out with us and stuff like that, but I can't let him run amok in the house. So when we're busy doing other stuff, if he can't be in here because he drives me crazy eating everything, I will crate him and I feel bad. Like I'm like seriously feeling guilty as anything crating him.
Well, you take him for walks.
He's practically in there.
You take him for walks? Like he gets energy.
Oh, yeah, he's out all the time.
This baby's loved.
Outdoor pen. He's got his inside pen.
Yeah.
He's got his house pen. He's got houses everywhere.
He's got luxury and he knows you guys care about him, right? Yeah. And you're feeding him food and keeping him warm at night. Like I also have heard like sometimes they get stressed if there's too big of a space. So it's nice to have a smaller space where they feel like more comfortable. Like it's not as like overwhelming.
Yeah, like you have. Yeah. So I have like his little thing here, which you can't see it very well. He's got this thing.
There we go.
Sometimes I block him off just in here, so he can't get out. And sometimes I put him in there if he's being really crazy. Out right beside me in the grass is a beautiful little pen that he gets to sit in the shade and live in the grass. Then he has one on the deck. He's got a little space on the deck. Sometimes he's free on the deck. Sometimes he's just in that little pen. And then he's got his pen inside, and that's like his happy place. But I feel about
all these luxury places you bought Loki.
He's got too many places. But I feel guilty because like he's in there like 75% of his day, but he sleeps about 75% of his day.
Right. So a couple things. Ashley says take him swimming and give him lots of exercise when he gets a little bigger. And then
his little pool.
I was gonna say they do make these little kiddie pools you use for dogs.
Yeah, he has a kiddie pool that they gave us.
Yeah, Allison
said even got a little water park thing
for dogs.
Water, yeah,
that's amazing.
It's not really a water park. It's got like water fountains and stuff like that. Cool. He goes into that.
I mean, he's lucky he's with you guys. He has the good life, Carlee. Don't feel bad if you have to put him in there. Right. Yeah, don't feel bad. You have to get your.
I feel bad. He feels like I'm abandoning him in a
No. Listen. You have to make money to buy all of his luxury items. Okay, exactly. So you're providing for him. So you need to get your work done too. Allison said that her golden still loves his kennel, and that when he needed to decompress, he knew he needed to get in his kennel. That makes sense. It's like their little safe place.
And he does. He will. He knows that he's going to get like a treat when he goes into his.
You've trained him.
So he happily goes in there. So
absolutely. That's good.
okay.
He's got the good life.
All right.
No guilt.
I don't
No
feel
guilt.
as bad.
Don't feel guilt. I mean, and you're not getting good sleep either. So he should be feeling bad, not you.
Well, he did sleep in until 6 today. So last time he was taken out was at 12 o'clock in the morning, and he lasted until 6 a.m. So
that's pretty good. I am never getting a dog at this point, from what I've heard from you and Laura over the last couple of days.
I mean, I'm sure he's going to, I mean, I have not had a dog since I was a child where I was like, I've never been responsible for a dog ever.
Okay.
I don't recommend. It's not fun.
Right. Well, it's like having a newborn, literally, like having a baby. Like that's what it sounds
like.
I'm
in the trenches of it right now, and I know it will get better, but geez, I just feel like he should be out in sitting on the couch or something, but I know he's not capable of that.
Right. Like when he's 3 or 2, it sounds like you could start doing that. Yeah. I mean, they give you a lot of unconditional love too, you know? So for me, I feel like I went from caring for my dad who had MS, right? And then I went and got my degree, had my work. And then it's like, oh, then I had my kids, caring for them. And then moving with my mom, caring for her. Like at this point in my life, once my kids are kind of like in college, and I'll still be there for them, but I don't want to have a pet that will stop me from like being able to go travel. Like all the travel Matt and I want to do, we've been putting off like for years. I didn't trust anybody to watch my kids, you know? So it's like, we were always there. It's not like we would be like, oh, we're going to go on a vacation and we'll get a babysitter. We never did that. We have always just 24/7. Like we are the people caring for our kids.
Yep.
And a lot of our friends, they like, oh, we're going to go to Italy or go to Napa and our kids will be fine. They're going to stay with we'll have a babysitter come in. I'm like, I just can't trust that. I'm too nervous.
Yeah, I agree.
So I feel like if I had a dog or a cat, once we moved to Ireland, it would like stop me from being able to just go travel. And I don't want anything to stop me from traveling, if that makes sense. Yeah.
The cats don't really so much. So we're not big travelers. And, if we do, it's mostly like locally type stuff, like where we're gone for a night. But now most hotels, there's like, we could bring a dog.
Okay.
So, or, like we can have family watch it or whatever, So I'm not so worried about that. We don't travel overseas or out of the state, really. It's usually local.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. I plan to travel to all these different countries, so I know they do have kennels and you can board your pets and stuff too.
So like my uncle is going to be coming to visit in October 1st. He doesn't know about the dog because he's too judgmental with everything in my life. So I'm kind of keeping it on the low. So I feel bad because I'm like, I like using my Facebook to tell a story too, to, my friends over there, but I kind of avoid it because he's just too judgmental.
Right.
And so he's coming down in October.
Is he staying with you?
Yeah, he's staying the night, and he does not like animals.
One night?
He's very, very mean. Yes, one night at our house. He has his own separate area that has like the bedroom with the bathroom attached to it.
Okay,
But like Michael's like, maybe we can put the dog in a kennel overnight. I'm like, this is his home.
That's his home.
This is not like
maybe the uncle could go get a hotel for the night.
Exactly. So I'm not announcing it quite yet.
Yeah.
I'll probably announce it in September that hey, we adopted a older puppy.
Maybe he won't. Maybe he won't stay with you when he finds out.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see because he was not so very kind to my cat. My cat merely just went up to him and he kind of like, oh, get away. And it's like the poor cat just felt like, what the hell's
what
wrong
is happening?
With you?
Yeah, that's not cool.
Because everybody makes a big deal.
I'm hoping he will just decide to stay somewhere else. You could tell him there's really are there hotels in your town?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
College town. So there's a lot.
Yeah. Hi, CW.
Hi, CW.
We're actually about to get off the live, but I'm glad you made it here.
Yeah.
So we're talking about dogs basically at this point. What are the things we talked about? Like we could just do like a highlight, like don't offer buyers a refund or a return, like just through messaging. Have them go through the platform. That's one thing. Like have them like open up an actual return. That was the big one. The hazardous,
just take if you get like anything like from a buyer, a complaint or whatever, just take a moment, take a deep breath, come back to it. You don't have to respond that moment. And definitely don't refund.
Yeah.
Just because you feel like you have to.
Yeah, don't respond emotionally to your buyers. You got to be calm. Professional, high cozy bargains.
We talked about the hazard labels that,
We talked about that.
How did they more information.
So they've always had that $50 fine if you don't label your packaging properly. They just have announced that they're going to start enforcing it. How did they almost get you recently? Yeah.
But now they're also there's been some videos out there talking about you also have to have the sticker that goes along with the label. So I'm going to talk to my post office tomorrow.
Yeah, find out.
Lainey did find out, yes, but it also felt like it was very nonchalant because
it was
they have those stickers.
Right, because I said, if I had a package and you're telling me you don't have the stickers, then what would happen? She's like, oh, we would just send it through. So, okay. Yeah. Oh, you got mixed answers too. Yeah. It's probably, there's so many different postal workers, right? So they all have, like Amy was saying earlier, they won't scan her packages at one of the post offices to give her a receipt. So she goes to a different one. It's like yeah. Oh, it's a Sony camcorder. Yeah, absolutely.
Then we were talking inventory systems and between hard goods and should you SKU each item, or like me, I just SKU a box and all the items are assigned to that box, and how I use the Bayes custom SKU to put in a lot of details about the item. So when I receive offers, I know how much I paid for it, when I bought it, where I bought it, and where it's located. So I have quick access.
I do feel like an inventory system is very personal to you as the seller. I just think if you can find your items and it's a system that works for you, then that's what you should do. Like, there's not like one size fits all with an inventory system. I do feel like Carlee is setting a better example than me with the inventory system. I need to do a better job of, now that I have so many items, I need to do a better job of not just saying, oh, I know it's in the Christmas area. I need to be like, oh, it's Christmas area, but it's like in the third drawer down. I feel like that could actually help me over time if I start doing that. Yeah.
Just because you're going to forget at some point. You're going to forget, like you might say like, oh, I'll remember where this is. And then that day comes and every box looks the same.
Yes.
And you're like, where did I buy this?
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
So it just saves you heartache. You know where it is, but you have to go through like 100 boxes. You learn once.
Yeah.
And if you're new to selling, it's just better to start building something early so that way you don't have to go back, because it's hard to go back.
Yeah. CW is saying my inventory system is very limited space, small room, small house. Yeah. Like you are kind of confined to like the space you have. Yeah. I wish I had more space for my inventory. You need a tall but skinny shelving furniture or something. Look on a Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes people are just moving and they're giving that stuff away.
Like a filing cabinet. I've seen people using filing cabinets.
That's what I use.
Usually get them
I have two large filing cabinets, and I keep my stuffed animals, my hats, and some other toys in them. And I just know which drawers are like, oh, I know these two are for hats and these are for and I even have stuffies that are like vintage and the stuffies that are new, and it's so convenient to pull them out, the drawers. Yeah.
And those, you always see those giving away for free.
Yes. There was a time, I think like in the early 90s, that everybody wanted a filing cabinet, like for their home, not just for businesses. Yeah. And then, hi, is it Machaka? Am I saying it right? Hi, Machaka. You sold a Ryobi tool set with batteries included, no problem. Yeah, as long as your label has the H on it, right? And the platform you sell it on, that you buy that you've sold the item on, and if you make the label, it should say H on it, to make sure that it's being treated in a safe way for the people transporting it. So, hi, Erica.
Hey, Erica.
Erica, I'm dying to know what happened with that buyer that said they didn't receive their item. I don't know if you want to tell us here.
I hope you didn't refund, girl.
Yeah. So the first time I got onto TikTok today was literally like, I don't know, I popped in for a couple minutes on the beginner reseller group, and then I'm like, okay, I really have to get ready, and then I'm here. So I haven't really looked at my messages, Erica, if you did send me one. So.
Because we did talk about that, if a buyer claims they didn't receive an item, even though it says it has arrived, like eBay seller protection protects you both from having to refund the money, but also if there's negative feedback received.
Absolutely. So. Hi, Annie. Yeah, you just basically want to make sure that sometimes there are just scammers out there. And like Carlee, when you said something yesterday, like, hey, maybe that's somebody who sells on the Bay too, because they kind of know the ins and outs of how this works.
Yep.
And you can kind of pressure people into giving you like a partial refund or a refund, rather than going through like the proper procedures to do that. I don't know. I feel like a lot of times, just if you're a newer reseller, or if you haven't had that, like a buyer reach out and say, hey, I didn't get my item, then you kind of don't know what to do, you know?
Yeah,
So
you kind of like freak out, like, how can I refund you as soon as possible?
Right, absolutely.
Reflect negatively. I don't want to get in trouble with eBay and
Yes.
all that stuff.
So I used to feel the same way, and they're probably like, I'm sure there were a handful of times where I just gave money back because I was just stressed, and I should have probably let them go through the proper procedures, and I might have even been protected in some of those with the tracking, but I just didn't know. Oh, Machaka says the Bay and Vinted let them know when package has been delivered. That's good. Then you know.
Yeah.
In this case, I think it was a buyer who said it wasn't delivered or they didn't receive it, even though the tracking showed that it had been received. So in that case,
and
you're
sometimes
protected.
it's legit too. Like sometimes like it was misdelivered.
Yes.
It was delivered somewhere that they usually don't drop off packages. Like there could be all these things, but they will protect you as long as you shipped it and had a tracking number attached to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. All right, Erica, you're probably out thrifting for amazing things.
Yeah.
All right, make sure you're following everybody in here up at the top. Everybody's like amazing resellers here. Hi, Main Street. Erica said I did. The PO sent his package to a PO box and his address isn't a PO box. So you refunded him? Okay, next time tell them to open up a return or a claim through the Bay, because it's not your fault that the post office sent it to the wrong place, if that's what happened, Erica. Okay?
There's also like, just so people know, like sometimes you'll see, it's called a missent, MISSENT. And you'll see that in the tracking. And it sounds scary because it sounds like it's missing, right? So all it means is that it was misdelivered to a different post office and it will get back on track. Once that's like tracked that it's missent, usually within 1 or 2 business days, it's delivered. So that's one code that I know that I had like a freak out moment, like, oh my gosh, there's a missing package.
Erica, you'll have to let us know who he is privately so we can all block him, because
I know that
it was not
like a seller.
Listen, yeah, it was not your responsibility. He should have just said, opened up like an item not like received through the Bay, and then all you would have to do is upload the tracking number to the Bay. Even though if you've already uploaded before, I still upload it again to the Bay just so they really know, hey, this is it. And it would show like it was delivered. And then they probably would refund the buyer anyway, but from their own coffers, not from yours. And they would probably let you keep your money. So next time do that.
And if the Bay really wanted to go and, make a big deal about things, like the post office will be able to GPS track where it was delivered. When they scan the packages delivered, it shows exactly where it was. Because when I was a newer seller, I started doing that on my own. When somebody said that the item wasn't received, I went to the like the affairs office or something like that, where they were able to give me a printout of exactly where the package went to. So there's ways if they wanted to go that far, but they're not going to.
Hi, Thrifted for you. Thanks for being here. Oh, D found the cassette. Good.
Oh, good for you.
He was very demanding and said I had 24 hours to fix it. The worst.
Oh yeah, Erica, please in the group share this person.
Yeah, share it in the beginning if you feel up to it.
Because I want to check them out too. Because I bet they're a seller. They sell like a seller.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you, Erica. That stinks. Sure. Yeah, in the future, try not to do it as much in messaging. Tell them, oh yeah, just open up a claim through the Bay. And then the Bay would see that your tracking thing got delivered wherever this person had put their address. Even if it was like sent to the wrong place, they would see that you did your job as the seller. And they, like in my case, they've always like sided with me. Sometimes they have given the buyer their money back too, just because they want to have happy customers. But that's on the Bay to pay for that, not you.
Asking to be added to the beginner reseller group. We don't have a Bay specific group yet.
At some point, we will probably have a way to have different like channels and groups. And we could I think that's a good idea to have different selling sites,
I agree.
Okay, bye, Ashley. Thanks for being here. So yeah, Erica, are you part of the beginner reseller chat group?
No, she's one a day. So I have her and Peacock down for
Oh, good. Yeah. I'm sorry if I've missed you on adding you. Oh, okay. This is okay. The beginner reseller chat. If you're not in it, it's not just for beginners, but it's a great place. Like if you had posted this as soon as it happened, you probably would have had like 10 people telling you the same thing we're telling you. Like, you know, bye, Ashley. So Erica will add you after this. I have to go get ready to pick up Matt. Yeah. I have to pretend like, the house has looked good the whole time he's gone. I have to go do a quick,
gotta clean the dirt. Or hide the dirt.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, at least I got some groceries last night.
There you go. Got some food.
So, no problem, Erica. No problem. Okay, yeah, we're going to add just the beginner.
I'll add Erica and Peacock to the beginner reseller.
I appreciate it.
You can do your thing.
Oh, and you were so kind telling people that I have a Nifty affiliate because, Carlee also has a Nifty promo code. So just so everybody knows.
But I don't have any content about Nifty. So if I'm going to direct somebody to you, I'm not going to say, hey, look at Lainey's videos and then use my Nifty account. That sounds sketch as hell.
I mean, we could share as long as people are doing it fairly. Because I feel like
eventually it would be great just so it's one less subscription to pay for.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all good.
Absolutely.
It's all good. I have good friends here.
Yeah, you do. All right. You're a good friend too, Carlee. All right, thanks for being here, everyone. Friday night, bring your pets or a picture of a pet, or you can just talk about your pet. That's totally fine. Carrie, we do have buy me a coffee on our bios. That is true. So now if I don't have your Venmo, at least I have your coffee account.
There you go.
It's called Linktree. I keep saying LinkedIn is Linktree.
Yeah. LinkedIn bios.
Yeah. All right. Bye, Erica. Bye, Terry. Bye, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. We'll see you Friday night. Okay. Bye.